All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another week's episode of the Game Talk podcast, where we bring you game, news, life, all that stuff. We got Brimstone and Gangster. Go ahead and say hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
What's good, bitches? Was really good.
Hold on, let's make sure. Are we? Well, why is it flickering? Whoa, why is my shit flickering? Whoa. All right, takes a minute or two for the show to go live, right?
No, we're up.
Okay, all right, we're good. All right,
Yeah,
We're
yay!
up and we're hard like fucking rocks.
we're going in deep.
And I want to thank Brimstone. We
Balls
fixed
deep.
we fixed the problems. We fixed the problems. Profile. It was a profile issue with the stream key this week, so we got it working. Going forward, so we're good. So what do you guys want to?
Garuda.
What do you guys want to start out with?
Garuda Legends.
Oh man, there's some interesting shit. I guess we could start with the man, sad shit, and that's the thing. I don't know, right? So Alec Holoka,
Yes.
something like that. Guy who developed Night in the Woods was
Okay.
recently Me Too'd by Zoe Quinn. And since then, he committed suicide.
Yikes! Oh my God!
Oh no! Really?
Oh
yeah.
wow!
His sister, Eileen Mary Holoka on Twitter, Alec Holoka, my brother and best friend, passed away this morning, August 31st, 2019.
Wow!
That's terrible. That's
Yeah,
really
man.
terrible.
And that's the thing, like, I don't even know, like, obviously I'd take it with a grain of salt. Like, Zoe Quinn is the last fucking person that I would believe about anything like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, hey, it could be true, it could
His
be not
sister,
true.
but then his sister. Yeah.
But, yeah, it's like, man, it's fucking people, man. I just watched or read this thing. Somebody had posted it on Facebook where she had heard from her daughter that teenage girls are going around saying shit like, "Oh yeah, well don't do that or I'll claim you raped me,"
Oh my God!
to the teenage boys and shit in their class.
What?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah.
really? Are we really becoming this way in this life?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Like, are we having to be this politically correct? And like, what, I'll say this. Okay, so when the whole whatever the director thing was happening, I was telling people, like, what is it going to become? The fact that I can't breathe near a woman, that's sexual harassment? Or what I can't say, you look pretty today? Like, is that going to
It's
become a
getting
thing?
to that point.
It's like I can't go out like and say hi to somebody or say, hey, you look pretty today.
I honestly believe, and I've always spoke up for like the MGTOW community and stuff, like, and especially like the men activist rights groups. Like, I understand where their extreme comes from.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they come off as basement dwelling. They come off as social rejects, and you know what? That some of them, it may be true. But when you read stuff like this and you see things take place like this in the workplace, can you blame them?
Right?
Like, I don't believe half the shit they say is right anyways, but wherever there is an extreme situation, a lot of the times, more often than not, there's an extreme response.
Right.
That sucks, dude. That's terrible. Fucking kids are now getting involved with this in their classrooms?
Yeah, dude.
Like, dude, what happened to just learning? Like, whatever happened to just... The whole point of school is to interact with each other and create a place where you could share ideas and do away with these barriers of race and religion and political beliefs. Like, that's the whole point of fucking school.
Right.
You're not wrong.
Well, we're taking things out of history books. We're making people be politically correct. We're, this, back, I said, I've been having this conversation for a while, and since we're speaking about it, there used to be the right and the left and the middle, and now I'm considered on the extreme left. I don't know how or why, but my views and the way I see life is I'm on the extreme left. Anybody?
Oh, bro, I'm a goddamn Nazi.
Yeah.
I know it.
Back in
Like,
the
I
day,
know that's exactly what they'd call me.
Back in the day, it was not like that. We all got along and we said what we wanted to say out of our mouths back in the 90s, early 2000s. Now it's, we're getting into the later 2000s and it's like, well, now everybody's being censored. And what doesn't help is you have everybody just going, "Oh yeah, it's cool. It's perfectly fine." And then you got well, here's another one, transgenders, for instance, right? We can't call them transgenders anymore. There's a new word for it. I forgot what the word is, but there's a new word that we have to classify them under. If you call them transgenders, it's basically calling a person of different color a racist word. They take it that way.
Transgenderism is, I mean, an ism. You can put an ism on anything. Sorry, being transgender isn't vulgar. Like, that to me just sounds like someone that just tried to deny what transgender is. People with actual medical issues that suffer from fucking schizophrenia because they were born with both chromosomes. Like, how can you actually criminalize a mental illness?
Well,
That's
I think the word
stupid,
I think
dude.
the word is like umbrella or something like that. You call them. They want to be called something not transgender, tranny.
Well, fuck them then. Fuck them. I'm going to call them transgender all day.
Dude, this is their game, bro. It's the same thing that happened with colored people, black people, people of color. Like, they just want to keep changing it just to trip people up. Like, oh, you can't say people of color anymore. That's racist. Like, wait a minute. You guys invented that shit 10 years ago. Are you for real?
You know what? I'm really glad, though. This is what I'm really happy for. When I say the old guard now, I'm referring to us, our generation. I am glad with a lot of the clients that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, they do not look at this shit online like it's serious. They think it's all one giant joke.
Right.
Might as well be.
You guys know what I do for a living. I have educators that come in, they want to relax, they play a few $1,000s. I talk to them, we get into conversation sometimes, and a lot of them are black. And they will tell me all the time that the stuff that goes on Twitter and social media, ignore that shit, because those people online do not represent them.
No. Yeah. At all.
It's kind of like it's kind of like what we were talking about last night when it came to PC stuff. We are not the average consumer. And
no, we're the enthusiast grade.
We're the enthusiast group, and the people that are buying, half of the stuff are average consumers. They don't know what they're getting themselves into, and that's where all these YouTubers and all these tech places, don't understand. They're taking it from one perspective. They're not taking it from the other perspective. That the average consumer is the one buying the shit because they think it's good. Like, I was talking to somebody, I think today. Friend of mine, he was gonna go buy Intel before I told him, like, what is a Ryzen? What is this? Like, what's a Ryzen?
A Ryzen is
magical creature.
A Ryzen is what people don't like to talk about because it's competition, and your ass is gonna exclude yourself from that competition because all you hear about is the blue team, right?
Well, the average consumer doesn't hear. Well, the average consumer,
they don't hear about Team Red ever.
No, they don't.
But here's the thing, the average consumer also are the same people that would rather go out and buy a 20-year-old, Celeron processor because their friends are what told them, or their other casual friends, the average consumer group would have told them, oh, this is the best one on the market for us because we, it runs Facebook perfectly, even though you can't find a Celeron for less than 200 usually.
Well,
and you'd be looking at you like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Go buy a Ryzen 5, a first gen.
Right.
Stop being stupid.
Actually, most people are going after, in this day and age, which is interesting, they're going after the 1400X. And I didn't even know. Fine. I didn't even know that I didn't even know that exists.
That's the R3, I think, right?
No, it's an R3. It's an R5. R5.
That's an R5.
Yeah, R5 1400X. 4 cores, 8 threads. That's the one up from the 1200. Yeah, I didn't even know that exists.
Do you guys remember the AMD Kuma?
Yes.
Or Puma? Or is it Kuma? Oh, it's the Puma, right? The tri-core?
Yeah.
I built systems for people back in, 2000? It was right around the time I started my YouTube page, actually. I built these systems using that because not only was it cost effective, but they were outperforming the duos back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And this was just on the cusp of the launch of the i7 920 series. So like, when I see people being casual, like, I understand it to a degree. Like, if you're just doing Facebook, if you're doing basic shit, you don't need a fucking Ryzen Threadripper for that, right?
And
You don't
Gouda,
need
I
128 gigs of
Gouda,
RAM.
I agree with you there.
What do you say?
I can't stand feminists and radical gays. I can't stand them with them. I hate how they hate straight white men. I agree with that.
Yep.
You know
No
what,
lies.
dude? Here's the thing for me, Garuda. Like, I don't hate people. Like, I try not to, anyways. Deep down, I do. I'm sure I do. But for the most part, as I've gotten older, a lot of things have just rolled down my back more than if I would have done my old YouTube self, and I would have just reacted with a knee-jerk reaction and gotten pissed, angry, and started crying or something crazy, right?
Right.
I don't hate anymore because it's not worth it, dude. It really isn't. If anything, I really feel sorry for these people because a lot of these people are born in a society that they are surrounded by that ideal. Like, from 2000, I want to say 2000. In fact, let's just say this: after we graduated, all three of us, after we graduated high school, that's when high school went to shit.
Yeah, I saw the beginnings of it.
That shit went out the fucking window, dude.
A lot of my teachers got in trouble, got arrested for embezzlement. One got in trouble for, being a peeping Tom. Jeez, a lot of the shit. Like,
bro, and you know what's crazy? You know what's really fucking insane? All of these regressive left fucking people, dude. They, like, a lot of the big Twitter guys and a lot of the YouTubers are being arrested today or not today, but in our life for pedophilia,
yep,
for child pornography, and crazy, and I mean just nutty fucking things about children online. One dude here on YouTube that was a hardcore regressive left got arrested for what was it? What do they call it when they're trying to like hook up with a teen? A dude. What do they call it?
Sex trafficking?
No, grooming.
Yeah.
His case just now fucking, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. His case just now went to court.
Jesus.
Like, I'm telling you, dude, if our country was able to treat that shit more seriously, guaranteed the shit would go down.
Well,
you know what I mean?
And also,
because some of these faggots are only getting what? Some of these faggots are only getting what? Like 2 years in prison with parole? Like, bitch, you molested a kid. You deserve a bullet between your fucking eyes.
Well, he'll get that though. That person will get it in prison by the people. Though he'll get killed in prison.
This is true. They fuck child molesters up in prison.
What I'll say this too. One thing, speaking about the generation, we need to talk about. I know we're starting a vape channel, but I wanted to do this early, if you don't mind, in the stream. These people that are getting sick from vaping, where are the parents at? That's driving me insane. Where are the parents at? Like, dude, my mom was on top of me as a child. Like, I get there's some kids out there that are gonna smoke nonetheless. I did it as a kid. I was the rebel. I've been
smoking off and on since I was like 12.
I know we're rebels, to a lot of extents, but
edgy motherfuckers.
I just don't understand the parents, man. Like, these kids that are like convulsing in a hospital because of vaping. Like, but you allowed it to get to this point though. Like, my mom was in my shit.
Bro, like, okay, so I have maybe it's a theory. You know what? It's a vape theory. I have a vape theory. The vape theory is this. These fucking guys are getting online on their Instagrams or Tumblrs, Yetsy, and they're seeing people make this shit. They're seeing people make this shit. They aren't taking the proper precautions, and they're vaping their own homemade shit. Because I have yet to come across a brand that I have looked up and researched extensively to find that, oh, hey, this brand gives you fucking seizures. You're all of a sudden diagnosed with epilepsy. Like, no. There's something they're putting in their shit that they think is probably cool because their friends are doing it. But when these news outlets like CNN and CNBC, like, fuck them bitches, dude. All they are doing on their headlines are, vaping is bad. It is dangerous.
Here's another thing. They came out with a stat, and the stat is mostly nobody's really smoking the real main vape juice. They're smoking the cannabis stuff.
I could buy that.
But even cannabis doesn't fucking cause it. Dude, cannabis helps epilepsy.
Yeah, helps.
Well, for what's coming out is the cannabis stuff, right? They're not regulating that stuff, so they can put whatever in it. You know,
they're probably because whoever's making it's telling them, oh, it's just all cannabis. We're good here. We're not gonna tell them that we probably cut it with fucking ethanol or fucking alcohol at some points. Tide Pods, yeah, like why would we?
Those kids that were vaping Tide Pods, dude. Like, okay, I'm sorry. Darwin Award kicks in at this point.
Michael Z says, "Hey guys, it's been a minute since I watched the Game Talk. What happened to Rambo?"
Yo? Oh man, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Rambo real quick.
Rambo's been dealing with personal issues.
He's been dealing with a lot of personal issues. Like he changed his number, so I haven't texted him in a while. I message him on Facebook from time to time to see how he's doing. He's undergoing a lot of shit, so he's trying to like spend enough time with his family as much as possible. And a lot of things in the gaming industry for him have calmed down to almost a halt. Like he hasn't really gamed as much. And if he has gamed as much, he hasn't told me anything. Like I have him on Facebook. And he uploads pictures and small videos of him going out to these theme parks with his family, spending time with his family, and that's what he's really focusing on. And you know what? More power to him.
Right.
Family's more important than anything.
Yeah, can't hate on him for it.
I've told Rambo a million times. You know, we love you, dude. I hope everything's good for you. Like I've told him, like back when he was on Discord. He doesn't even have a Discord anymore. He like deleted his Discord.
Yep.
He's not really on social media like that anymore. Like he'll get on Twitter every now and then, and he'll keyboard warrior it up sometimes. But other than that, like he's almost like completely moot from the Game Talk because he's just focusing on other stuff in his life. And you know what,
Michael, I'm the new guy. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, this is Rev.
I'm not a replacement for anybody, but hey, I'm here. I have candy and chocolate and you know cookies. Come on in.
But no, we miss Rambo. We were just talking about Rambo a little bit ago. We miss him, and I really wish him and his family well.
I don't know Rambo very well, but I wish him all the best. That's some gnarly shit, and family's more important than anything in life.
And if any of you guys remember Rambo, like he had a lot of health issues, a lot of severe health issues. So that's probably another reason why he's spending as much time with his family as possible.
Yeah, especially after Shane died, like puts it into perspective.
A lot of people took it hard. Even this man here, Brimstone, did.
I still do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
we talk about it. We talk about it all the time offhand.
I told you the other day. It was like 8-13. I couldn't believe it's been a year. Yeah. That was his 1 year anniversary, dude. Like.
It's interesting.
I didn't know how to take that still, dude. Like, even to this day, like, I try not to well up about it, bro.
You know what's interesting about that? The same time my grandmother died, so it's kind of all in that same shift. And then, like, in that month, my sister passed away, and my mom's birthday's all in that time. It's crazy.
So my adopted grandfather just died yesterday at like 2 p.m. The dude, like, you gotta understand, like, this dude, like, he helped me in my life. Like, he helped me a lot. I don't want to get too personal here, and I don't want to get all sad, but he was an amazing person. So I was at work when I received the news, and the only thing I can do is work my ass off and try to get my mind off of it. Because I've lost so much family and friends this fucking last 2 years, dude. I don't know what to do with myself sometimes.
I think in the last 10 years, I've lost so many people, man. Just from anything, from diseases. I'm grateful. I'm grateful I still have my uncle to this day, man. I thank God every day for that. I'm not a holy person oftenly, but I think whatever spiritual things out there, kept him alive.
Hey, dude, whatever gets you through your day, dude. That's all that matters. That's why a lot of people when they look at me and they say you're an atheist, I'm like, yeah, I'm an atheist, but like I'm not an aggressive atheist. Like I'm one of those guys that are like, I respect your beliefs and I just keep it at that. I'm not going to tell you or try to change your mind. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that kind of person.
Right.
You believe in what you believe. That is fine. That's fine with me. You're not hurting me none. Just do you. It's all good.
Right on, right on. Do you guys want to talk about that whole control being always online?
So a single player always online game. What happened with this? Because we were just talking about Control the other day off stream, and we're talking about like how it looked a lot like Quantum Break, and we were both really hyped for it.
Well,
what?
Courtesy of fellow community members of all of our communities, Blue, he posted a article or Reddit post. That's where we mostly get our news from is Reddit. Seems like to be lately. They are going after people with YouTube videos. They're copywriting, striking people.
Yep.
And they're
It's on
also
Twitter. It's all over Twitter. 505 is putting out copyright strikes for anybody doing like walkthroughs or let's plays or shit like that.
Bro,
is 505 the publisher or is it Remedy?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
Okay.
it is 505.
Okay.
And I think they are the publisher.
Okay.
But here's the thing, like I don't know if it's really them or maybe a few select members of the team because
well, Remedy was doing this. Remedy was doing this when Alan Wake was out. They were doing this way back in the day too.
Bro, like I loved 505 games. Like I love that company. Like they have done some amazing jobs with the fucking games that they've helped create. And to hear this, dude, like this kind of breaks my heart, dude, because like 505 games, bro, like they're games that you've played. They're games that you've played that you fucking enjoyed.
Right.
And it just pisses me off that these guys are doing that. That's why I can't believe that not
Ubisoft,
everybody.
Ubisoft did this with Watch Dogs too. Always online.
I remember that.
For Honor's that way too. To a lot
Well,
of
For Honor's a multiplayer game, so.
Well, their single players always online if you can't access your saves or anything like that. So if you want to go offline and play it again, you can't do that. It's not happening.
Yeah, but who plays the fucking campaign? I never played For Honor for the campaign.
I played For Honor for the campaign. I like the campaign. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
No, it's a really good game. I love For Honor, but
I'm kidding.
I mean, I understand though. Here's the thing: if Control was always online and single player, if I would have gotten it on PC, I probably wouldn't have cared. You know what I mean? I'm online all day anyways. You know, and yeah, my internet cuts out. Give me that. Yeah, okay. But I loved Quantum Break.
So did I.
This game has me kind of hyped for it. It just sucks that 505 are taking the steps into fucking over YouTube creators. It's annoying, dude. It really drives me fucking nuts, dude.
Right?
Well, what I don't know
too, because it's free advertising. Like, Jesus Christ, guys, how many companies will send free copies of their games to every Twitch or Mixer or whatever creator that they think has a big enough audience?
Especially if the game is doing poorly in sales.
Yeah, and begging them, please play our game on stream because it's free fucking advertising.
That is 505. Okay, so you were right. 505. Okay.
Yeah, 505.
It's 505 that's going after people. It's not Remedy.
No, it's not Remedy. Yeah, it's 505.
That's so depressing, dude.
That's kind of like what's happening with Borderlands over at Take-Two Interactive.
Yep.
It's not Gearbox's fault. It's more of Take-Two Interactive to send goodies to somebody's house to fuck them up. I mean,
and going after his YouTube channel and a couple others now, I think, right?
Yeah, and it's just, I don't understand. When did game publishers become the mafia?
Dude.
When they started losing money, when they found out that fucking sites like Kickstarter exist? Or crowdfunding? Now they're trying to, take back their control over the market, and they're losing it more and more because of the stupid shit they do.
Well, I wouldn't mind them going after G2A, honestly. I wouldn't mind them going in and sanctioning that joint because there's a lot of illegal shit that's happening over on that joint.
G2A has become the eBay of the game software of the game software distribution centers, dude. Because G2A, I have been ripped off 3 fucking times. 2 of the 3, I've gotten my money back. Where the other time, the guy deleted his account and removed his emails and everything, so he couldn't get refunded back.
I've had my card skimmed so many different times, man, from G2A.
Dude, Yeah, same dude. Like, was G2A like charging you some random fucking fee?
Yes, and then
that you never asked for?
and then
Yeah, same.
$1,000 gets taken from me. Yeah, I had the whole shebang where I was having little mini fees. It's kind of like when somebody at a gas station skims your card and they do little mini fees, and then it's all of a sudden, bam.
Because they have a thing on their site where they're like, okay, we're gonna charge you like 3 cents protection fee if you could keep doing this, and I'm like, okay,
but
cool,
does that
3
really
cents.
protect you though?
But 3 cents is not a big deal, right?
Right.
But when you start seeing your bank statements and you see $20 here, $10 here, $30 here, like, wait a minute, I didn't buy that. And it's not even a buy thing. It's just a fee. It says a fee, a retailer fee. I'm like, yo, this ain't right. So I stopped using G2A after that.
And then you start seeing.
I'll never go back to G2A.
You start seeing Nordstrom's, and you start seeing $1,000 we take. I was overdraft, and I had to fight G2A with my bank and everything just to get my money back. That was the most ridiculous. It took me 3 days. And thank God I had the fraud protection on my card. Thank God that I paid for that service, and I got all my money back immediately. But it shouldn't have to be that way. G2A, and also
that is why I will always continue my business with Kingwin.
Well, Kingwin's owned by G2A, by the way.
Oh fuck! Now you tell me that. Okay, well never mind. Fuck Kingwin too then.
PC CD keys all the way, and I'm gonna tell you, there's a deal going on for Xbox Ultimate Pass. Thank you to another community member of our communities, Lone. You get 3 months for $15, $13.
I got 3 months right now for $1.
Yeah, you signed up, didn't you?
Huh? Well, yeah, I took the $1 deal. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking, when I see that offer come up on my Xbox Live dashboard, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, click.
Yeah, I signed up for both of them, and I only got it for $1 for 2 months of PC side, and that I can't do it anymore.
I got 3 for Ultimate.
Yeah, I'm jealous. So I'll buy myself a 3 month, and I like PC CD Key site because the reason why they really scrub through their shit.
You know who used to be really good? I don't know if they're still good anymore. Is CD Warehouse. They used to be like top tier. They were like the first OGs of doing this. Like, I remember buying XSplit for like $1 or $2, I think. I bought me and Shane like, what was it, like 7 years?
Dude.
It was amazing.
When it was on G2A for $1, I was like, snipe, dollar. I spent like $7 and got like 7 years. And it was worth it at that moment.
And it's advertised as 1 month.
Right.
Bro, because I was, you know what? Oh, wait, hold on. That's not focused. Okay, so I was thinking to myself, like, okay, 1 month of XSplit, $1. What's not to try, right? Like, It's premium for $1. Let's see how this works. And then it was like, you have a year's premium. I'm like, what? Oh, shit. I'm going to go buy a bunch of these. I got Metro up to like 4 years, I think, or 5 years. I got Shayna up to 6 or 7, and I got mine up to like 6 or 7. I got like 2 years left of it, though.
So one thing we've been talking about, I know this is not a topic that we were talking about earlier, but me and Brimstone have been talking about it. AverMedia dominating the market. That was one thing I forgot to talk about last week, was AverMedia dominating the market. They just came out with their first webcam, and they slashed their price by 75% against Elgato for their 4K card.
Wait, 75%? So what's the price at right now?
$199. They were at $300. Now it's $199. They shit upon Elgato hard.
Bro, like, Elgato used to be so good. Like, they were built like fucking tanks, dude. I mean tanks. Like, you could run that bitch for like 24 hours, 7 days a week, and it would still work.
Right.
Now, it's being bottlenecked by the shit Corsair's doing with the driver software. It sucks dick.
You guys have seen my footage. You always comment on why does it look so blurry? And like when you move, it looks like motion blur. And I'm like, at this point.
And not the good motion blur either.
No.
Not even. Dude, I've thought about buying that camera though. Like I'm seriously considering buying that camera as a so that way I could have like a camera on my keyboard or something.
Right,
you know?
right. I'm thinking about like I was who was I talking to? Don Gamer. He was all like looking at. He was like, "Man, this Elgato. What's up with the footage? He has the original 30, and he's like, "What's up with the footage looking like motion blur?" And I said, "Welcome to Corsair drivers. They don't give a shit about you." I was trying to explain to him it's because when Corsair owned, when the owner of Elgato sold his share off of or sold the half of the company to Corsair. Corsair is just not giving a shit about drivers. They're releasing new cards and not giving a shit about how to control their firmware. Now, this is the cool part about AverMedia though. AverMedia is always doing their firmware updates and they're always listening to the community. I wish I would have kept my Live Gamer Mini at this point. I regret that so hard. I got rid of it for the Elgato HD60 Pro, and it's like been a nightmare since. Like my footage could be way, way better. But AverMedia, literally, they announced a cutback on their card, and they announced a new webcam, and they're talking about releasing an XLR mic. So there you go.
Shit, that's a whole setup right there.
Ooh, an XLR mic.
Yeah, they're really talking to going hand on hand with, and also HyperX is even talking about releasing their own XLR. They're realizing XLR is a thing.
Dude, it's better audio quality all in all, dude. USB, you have this weird fuzzy, like, you know what I mean? Like that weird fuzzy background white noise when you're talking. Like, fuck that. Give me XLR all day. Like I have, dude, like my Blue Yeti is like sitting over there somewhere. Like I don't get me wrong. For what I did on YouTube, I've gotten my money back 2 times fold because of that mic. So I'm not hating. I'm just saying quality differences between USB and XLR are totally there, and people need to start realizing that.
Well, I like what HyperX is kind of they're getting their hands dirty on it, and they said it's going to be an RGB glow. I don't know how they're going to do that through XLR.
That could be fun. Well, you know what? XLR could be a power source.
Yeah. So Final Fantasy censored.
Final Fantasy VIII. There are going to be a few
happened?
things that are going to be censored in it. Now they are just silly shits.
Don't tell me they're fucking up that game because I love
it doesn't look like it. It's small shit. There's one summon that's getting like a little bit of a skirt, because before it was only basically a bathing suit.
Shiva.
No, actually, no, it's not. I'd have to look. I'm not by my computer. I'll look later.
Is it the fucking mermaid chick that summons in the tidal wave that you could kind of see her like
with the yeah. That's the one.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. What, a skirt? Really? They couldn't just like make her bush like a little bit bigger, like make it look like underwear or something? They had to put a skirt on her?
Whatever, dude. And
That's
then
so stupid.
I guess they're reducing the cleavage on what's her name?
All right, Garuda. Have
Shiva?
a nice night.
No. The chick. The actual chick. The girl in the blue. Reyna?
Oh,
Rena?
yeah. Oh my god.
Nice chatting it up with you, buddy.
You're talking about the black mage, right?
The chick that dances with the squall.
Are we talking about the final?
Oh.
Are we talking about Final Fantasy Online?
No, 8.
Final 8.
It's the 8 remaster that's coming out on PC pretty soon.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Or PS4 and then PC, something like that.
Oh wait, the whole Sony thing, yeah. This
right?
That I'm getting real tired
of. This is the thing that gets me, right? I don't even care about any of these changes, really.
Neither do I. It was a great game, yeah.
It's still a great game. I'll still play it, although I don't think I'll buy it because I have it on other things. But anyway.
I have an original copy still.
Right?
There you go.
But the thing that gets me is, like, Square has an entire section for this now. It's like the Square... I can't remember what they called it, but, moral committee or something like that. And it's like, if people want to know why games are getting more expensive, it's because companies are paying for fucksticks like this to go through games and find shit that literally doesn't matter to fucking change because, oh my god, it's too skimpy. Really?
Oh my god. Let's not talk about the Parasite Eve boss.
I mean, seriously,
that bitch was hot.
They changed that Reyna, I can't remember what her name is, but the chick the main love interest for Squall, the one he meets at the party.
She was like what Ultimecia's daughter
something
or
like that.
something.
It's been so long since I played that game, like for real.
You
So like
know-
I can't. Final Fantasy stories, like dude, how many people can
There's
remember?
so many. There's so many. No,
And they're
there's
so fun.
many.
Like, tell me the story to Final Fantasy VII. Like, bro, you'd get 2 minutes in and you'd be off in the left field somewhere.
So
But anyway,
they-
literally, like 2 inches of
Can I-
shirt. They raised her shirt 2 inches to cover up a little more cleavage. It's just like, come on, guys. Is that really
can
necessary?
I say this real quick? Like, what's up with the nitpicking in games, man? Why are we doing the little tick for tax shit? Let's fix the little tick for tax shit. And you know what's the funny part of it? We're paying for it.
That's what I'm saying.
the crazy part is like that's not even my problem with Square right now as far as that goes. My problem with Square, it lies in the remasters that they brought over to the PC from the 2DS and the DSi.
Oh yeah, that fuckery.
Dude, they cut out so much content. They literally chopped chapters of the game out.
To put episodic on it. Yep.
And I'm like, dude, like, where's the rest of this fucking Final Fantasy V game at? Like, they cut out dungeons, dude. I'm talking about bosses and shit where you got good items.
And
stuff.
I'll tell you, I'm
like,
here.
what the fuck is wrong with these people, dude?
Let me do that. Ring. Hi, I'm Square Enix. I'm here to fuck your butthole and charge epic money for DLC and episodes. Final Fantasy VII remaster.
You know, it's like I could even get behind
4 discs
episodic for
later.
Final Fantasy VII just because of how big of a game it is.
7 is actually a monster game.
Because it's huge, man.
Dude, the first disc took you like what, 12 hours?
Oh, and that's if you were blowing through it, bro.
First disc was 12 hours if you were going right through from beginning to the end of that disc.
Yeah,
that doesn't include all the side shit.
Oh, yeah, if you lingered at all, bro, you could spend 40, 60, 80 hours on that.
I have a question.
Disc
Why 7? I don't understand. 7 was all right with me. I like 6 more than I did 7. I don't know.
7 was good because, and this is my opinion, because like I was part of the group of nerds that fucking didn't go to school for like 3 to 4 days at the launch of this game, okay? I was one of them.
Lucky bastard.
There are reasons, though. For instance, the story arc was more detailed with every character, and each character had its own lure. And like, we're not talking about like a page. We're talking hours of content per each character. And you had to go to like Tifa's area and do her shit. And you found out that Tifa was this badass. She was a fucking a bouncer at one point. Then you went to Barrett's shit and you discovered that, why Barrett got a gun on his arm. There was these things that made the game special to a lot of us in the community. And that was the main reason, is the lure was actually interesting versus you go from like 1 to 5 and you're going after these quests and, all of a sudden you have a new party member, but you don't know who the fuck that party member is until towards the end of the game, where you got all this information kind of spoon fed to you between discs.
Well,
so that is why
drip fed,
yeah.
They really drip fed you their stories.
Well,
I think the new
I think the new Final Fantasy crowd, the new generation of them, are a little bit out there.
Yeah, maybe
compared to the old ones.
But here's the thing, right?
That's
Final
because
Fantasy
they're all
always
focusing
been out there,
bro. But here's the thing, though. It's not just Final Fantasy that's been out there. The community, the new generation of communities, always want to fuck everything they see.
Yes,
seriously, go outside, go to a bar, meet someone.
Well, hey now, let's not get too crazy here, because I like my waifus, bruh.
Bro, I'm just telling you, like, as a Final Fantasy VII old schooler myself, I have burned through probably about 4 copies of the game because my PlayStation fucked my discs up. I played that game religiously, all right? Anytime, I used to have this thing this was way before YouTube was a thing, before the internet was like blown up as it is now. Every new release of a Final Fantasy game, I would play through 7 for some reason, just before the release, just to get me hyped for that new game that came out.
Right.
Fucking A.
Same thing happened with 8, 9, and 10. Like, I was just blown away. And then when 11 launched, I lost my shit. I was like, yo, this game is fucking awesome.
And then you had 12, and then you had the game that I played, 13, and Lightning's Return.
12 was the first collector's edition I ever purchased. Best collector's edition, by the way, I've ever received when it came to Final Fantasy.
Well, I will say this. I hope that they don't do the whole. Well, they're going to, but because they want to nickel dime the community. But I'm hoping that it's not 5 disc long. They're saying on the PS4
like,
here's the
version,
thing,
5
right?
disc long.
I don't
they're
think
talking
so,
about,
dude.
They're saying this game's going to be about 150 gigs. Time we're said and done, and I'm just sitting here going,
150. You gotta remember, it's gonna be 150 gigs of audio and texture.
Yeah, because
You gotta
that's the big
remember,
thing.
this-
The
yeah,
redo on the
it's
graphics
upscaled.
is just like, because think of the difference. Because God, man, people forget, man. Final Fantasy. Look at the difference between Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII. Like, we went from Minecraft characters to like
really
pretty
nice
fucking good. Yeah, they
detail.
realistic looking people
Bro,
that
like we
actually
went
had
from
like arms and hands and shit.
yeah,
instead of
right.
giant
Yeah,
blocks,
that's what I'm
right?
saying. And you saw your character in his armor or his clothing. Remember that shit? You saw like Squall wearing his fucking feather floofy jacket.
Yep,
like
yep,
they were
the
like,
leather
yo,
jacket, bro. I dig that
yeah,
leather jacket.
bro, like who didn't like that, dude? When I saw that shit, I was like, yo, like this, like they shit on 7 with the way this game looks. Like,
Oh yeah,
7,
and that's the thing. Like, you think of that difference, and that was just a couple of years, and now we're talking a
on the
couple
same
of
platform.
decades. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that was on the same platform, and they didn't have to release another PlayStation 1 to fucking play the goddamn game.
Right. But and then you look at like the movie, and that's obviously the style they're going with for the graphics on the remaster.
Did you see?
And it's like, dude,
movie?
the difference between the
the
movie
was
and the
good.
game.
The movie was good,
The
though.
movie was so good.
Oh my god.
What, you didn't like it? You didn't like it?
Me?
I like the movie.
Yeah, you.
Oh, I loved it, bro.
Oh, okay. You said, "Oh my god," and I was like, "What? You didn't like it?"
Bro, I even liked Spirits Within. Don't even come at me with that shit.
Spirits Within was awesome.
That was
I
my
loved
shit,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
Everybody
was like,
hates on it.
dude, because it didn't follow any of the main story.
I know,
arcs.
because
it was
because they went way left field with it, and I dug it. Like, I thought it was great. I loved the armor and the guns and the monsters and the fucking story.
And the whole story of like
Oh.
how these creatures came from another planet off of a comet. It was their spirits. They were looking for revenge. They wanted fucking vengeance. And you had like the red spirits that were like killing everybody and ripping their souls out and devouring it. And then you found out, oh yeah, this motherfucker died a horrible death because he was fighting to save his world. Like that, oh dude, I could go on. I could go on forever with that one because I saw that shit in the theater.
I did too.
Fucking loved it.
I went with my boy
you
Kevin,
guys
bro.
are nerding out like I nerd out for Gears, man. Jesus.
Dude, it's such a good movie. That opening sequence, bro.
I know.
Fuck.
The war was like amazing to me. I was like, oh my god, this looks so good.
I'm not a huge.
Nothing at that time looked good.
I'm
not a huge
graphics.
Final Fantasy person, so I'm
Final Fantasy nerds between the both of us. Me and Pete have had this conversation before.
Yep.
Final Fantasy was the foundation of our RPG interactions.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's up, buddy? How you doing tonight? Spirits Within Scientology story. Am I saying that right?
Scientology story. How so? I don't think I understand that, but
because I actually understand Scientology. That didn't have like.
Am I saying it right in the chat?
I don't know. Let me check the chat.
Am I reading that properly?
I'm not by my computer.
I'm gonna go check it right now, sir. Oh, here we go.
Sorry if I'm butchering that, my dude. Sorry.
Spirits Within is the Scientology story. See, I didn't get that, but I don't
really?
know, maybe.
You think so? You think so? Because like Scientology was.
I mean, maybe it's like one of their,
Because Spirits Within, they used Gaia as
right.
the main entity of creation.
And maybe they got something like that in Scientology. I don't know.
No, they don't. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they did, but Lord Xenu sending down alien spirits that cause misery. Oh, okay. I guess that's kind of sort of similar.
Oh, Xenu. Okay. Well,
I mean, be right back.
Sitting down aliens. Okay, I guess maybe. I don't know.
I mean, it's similar, but that doesn't mean it's like based on it or anything.
Right, because like this was a comet that housed all these poor things that like.
And it wasn't sent by anybody. It was
No,
the
it
world
was.
exploded and it just happened to make its way
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, who knows? But yeah, that was a good movie. I do not understand why it gets so much hate. I really don't. God, it looks so fucking. It still holds up to this day.
I remember, dude. I remember reading the Game Informer that they did the interview to the creator of that fucking awesome movie, dude, and they said they used like 16 supercomputers
Yeah.
to just render the movie, like rendering the movie. That was all they were used for, and I was like amazed by it because like in editing, like back in the day, I was really high up on that. Like I used to keep up with it. Back then, editing on 16 supercomputers was like, dude, that seems overkill. But when you saw the textures and the muscle reflections and the water reflections and all the different nuances of the editing process being almost perfected, that movie was a breakthrough.
Oh, dude, it was the first 3D movie that actually looked pretty close to real life. It wasn't just some Pixar Toy Story type of thing.
No, this was like seriously like true to life as much as possible.
Yeah.
As far as the way it looked, yeah.
Yep, definitely the first one. And Jesus, man, I can't even think of the next one that I would say did it better. Like I know there are a few.
Avatar was really good.
Avatar was really good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the second one.
But that was what, how 10 years later?
Hey, we're getting a new Terminator movie. I'm happy about that.
Yes.
I saw the
Connors,
trailer. Man.
I'm excited.
Come on, Pete. They brought Arnie back, dude, and Arnie is still the
and
dumbass
James Cameron.
robot.
They brought the OG back, man. The guy.
I mean,
who made
I'll watch it.
Dude, Sarah Connor loading a fucking 203 and blasting that bitch away, dude. I was like, okay, I can watch this.
I'm happy
they kept almost all the original cast except for the kid.
They got another movie coming out after that. James Cameron's directing to finally finish his series, his universe of Terminator.
That's good. That's good. I want to see what's up with that, dude, because I liked the last movie too. The movie was awesome.
Dude, I liked it too.
That was really good, right?
People hate on it, and I get why they do, but yeah, dude, I've liked all the Terminators. 1, 2, 3. What was the?
I even like the show.
Fucking series, yes, the show. It was so retarded, but I liked it. I liked it. I did. I liked it.
Well, Sarah Chronicles was on Fox, and then it was the following after that. I enjoyed both shows because they were both action-packed shows.
You know what I thought was awesome? And I believe it was the last movie that came out. They fucking used Matt Hoffman from Doctor Who as a Skynet body. I was like, that is amazing. I was like, Matt, really? They used him as a Skynet body after they destroyed the female body of her. Like, I thought that was awesome. I was blown fucking away because you thought, oh, Matt Hoffman's acting as an extra character. He's a soldier. But no, he was a fucking extra body double for the bitch. I was like, that's awesome. And they humanized her a bit too. That's what I liked about it. Like they actually like explained more about how Skynet was able to evolve into this badass AI that was like fucking, she could create her own body. She can do all these, crazy things. And she actually like came off as like, look, I don't necessarily want to kill all humans, but I do want to integrate you guys into this shit. So if you just stop fighting me and become one with me, I think we could be good.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Right. But I just liked it. I liked how they got pretty deep with Skynet and they explained a little bit more.
So, EA, you need to fix your shit and stop lying to the consumer. I'm gonna say this now.
Wait.
Battlefield 4v4 mode taken away from me. Yeah. How dare you?
Why do you gotta bring up that fucking bad news?
Because I can. And Madden, you keep promising you're gonna fix the shit. And everybody that watches my stream can tell you that Madden just glitches everywhere. It is depressing.
The floating trophy, dude. The floating trophy had me dying, dude.
He was like, dude, you need to go put this somewhere and just like clip this shit. This shit's amazing.
$60 for a floating trophy. Like, come on, dude. These are the same assholes that like believe the same way Bobby Kotick believes. Gaming costs need to go up. They need to go beyond $60. They should be like $100 at least. Fuck you, you fucking prick. You can't even develop on a calculator without it breaking down.
Here's the thing, right? I wouldn't even be opposed to paying $100 for a game, but it
If it
better
was
be
good.
worth $100. And I'm sorry, but the shit you are pumping out is not worth $100.
Look at Anthem, for instance. Like Anthem is
Right?
they're still trying to fix that and fix the story and make it right.
I did play it the other day. I did kind of enjoy myself.
Well, they're finally
How
getting.
dare you?
They're finally getting that shit. Hey,
It's just like Fallout 76.
hey,
though.
I'll have to join Brimstone on that enjoyment.
It's just like Fallout 76, though. It's too little, too
No.
late.
How dare you?
Bro, it's
Even
never gonna
bring
come
up
back.
Fallout
that
70,
cancerous-
you can't even put that in the same conversation.
Oh, yes, I can.
No,
Oh,
you
watch,
can't. No, you
watch
can't.
me, sir. Come
No,
fucking at me, bro.
Hey, bruh. Look, Bethesda didn't fix their shit. They just added a bunch of shit that should have been in the game prior, right?
Right.
Anthem fucking is slowly getting fixed, and I'll give you that. But at least they're doing something.
They're not adding
Yeah.
new modes just to say, "Oh yeah, we're fixing it. We're listening."
It don't
Yeah,
matter. It's the same thing. Come on.
I have an idea, guys. Let's add BR to it.
Let's the modding community go in and fix that shit later down the road.
Dude, I would not be opposed to that, honestly.
Really?
Like,
Like,
I
it's worked for all the rest of your games.
Bro,
Why not just do that?
Here's the thing. I cannot stand Bethesda, right? Like, Bethesda pisses me off all the time. I love Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind. I love the Elder Scrolls series, dear to my heart. But honestly, if EA would stop being a bitch and allow their community to fix their shit, I wouldn't be pissed.
Stop taking things
I
off
mean,
the
I would
table.
be annoyed, but I'd be pissed.
Stop taking
Yeah,
things off the
They
table.
take more shit away from our games than they do adding to it.
Well,
dude.
look at Madden. Madden's a shell of itself. 20 this year is a shell of itself from 19. I've been telling people, if you want to go play a Madden.
But you've been liking it though, right? Like you
Yeah,
actually enjoyed
I
it.
like Madden, but you know, I'm taking it with the glitches and shit. You know, I'm literally dealing with it because I got it for free. But there's people like friends of ours, like Coco, that spent $80 on the bitch for the ultimate package to get the card packs and everything, and got shafted.
But haven't we been playing the same Madden game since like what, 2014?
Try like 2005.
I've been
No,
playing
2000
Madden. I've been playing
I
Madden
disagree with
since.
that.
Sports games are one of the few games that I
Bruh.
would say would
I get
benefit
it.
from a subscription schedule.
I get it. And plus, you're not much of a sports fan, but I played 2005. In fact, I have it on my shelf back there.
Yeah, 2005 was the
And
shit.
that was
2K5.
Let me just say it like this, dude. I didn't see a floating trophy. I never saw my characters glitch through each other during a tackle to get a safety. I never saw my running backs all
So
of
you're
a sudden running
So you're
to
saying
the
it's
side.
gotten worse since 2005?
Dude, like, so everything after 2005 is like hot garbage.
I would say anything after the 360 version, like, just went downhill from there. And it's sad because, you know,
What happened to all of our features, bro? Xbox had the fucking features when it came to sports games. You heard about it from here, from Kingdom Come. FIFA had the
2K.
clubs. 2K had the clubs. Fucking the college balls that we had that used to be done by EA had clubs, and they actually worked.
Well, this year I could tell you straight up. So this year Madden 20, right? 19 had the features, right? They basically watered down this version and sold it for $60. And when they knew they couldn't, they started bundling it with the Xboxes for free. Because
Bro,
they
they
knew,
started bundling that shit on everything just because
Yeah.
they couldn't push sales.
right? And Madden, if you go, like, even Brimstone has said it, they just milked this year's, literally, because there's no competition. There is nobody out there for NHL games, or
You know what?
Is there a baseball game still? I think there is.
Yes, there is MLB, the show.
for Sony.
MLB.
And they
Yeah,
are
okay.
they are really making that franchise like MVP baseball on steroids. The EA version on steroids.
You know what Xbox needs to do? This is what Microsoft needs to do. Buy the team that did Backbreakers.
Yeah.
Backbreakers, if you guys never got to play the game on the PS3, it was their exclusive football game for like a year or so, and then they finally released it on everything else. Bro, Backbreakers was the shit. You created your own team logos, your own players. and it was based on realistic physics when it came to passing, tackles, fucking like just huge end zone plays, dude. And you never played the same game twice. Not like EA now, where like all the AI just kind of, does the same shit. Backbreakers had a learning AI where like the harder you played, the harder they played. It was fucking awesome, dude. They need to bring that
Microsoft
back.
needs to come back with their own version of NFL games. Literally, they back in the day when they were doing the OG Xbox, they had their own football game, and it was kind of like 2K, where it was just you just played and it had all the modes. There was no glitching. It just worked. I think it was NFL Forever or something like that, and it had Peyton Manning on the front, and it was just when you powered it up on the Xbox original, it was just so good, and it worked.
Remember when everybody got NFL Blitz on the PS3 and it looked like shit, but you played it on an Xbox and it was the most amazing thing that you ever saw because you saw the glare on the helmets and the rain, and it was like, wow, this looks really fucking good
And
on
then
the Xbox.
and then EA screws it up.
How do you fuck up NFL Blitz? That was
And
like
NBA Jam, they did the same thing.
Dude, NBA Jam was amazing. That was one of my favorite fucking franchises along with NBA Street.
Yes.
Like, I loved those games, dude.
And NFL
And then
Street
all
was
of a
good
sudden
too.
they fucked it. They fucked it, dude.
Guys, I'll be back in a few minutes, okay?
All right.
I will.
They even came out with a soccer game called Red Card.
Yeah.
It was boss as fuck, dude. You could kick people in the balls and shit. It was great.
Here's my thing with EA, and it's the same thing with Battlefield. Why get rid of a mode if you're gonna compete with Call of Duty, right? Because Call of Duty's coming out with 2v2 mode. I would love to have a 4v4 mode. I'd play Battlefield V more often if they had a 4v4 tactical mode. And they were talking about how you could change the weight of your guns and shit like that. And then they just canceled it because they said nobody was interested in it. That was their whole thing.
That was like one of the top trending fucking topics was hashtag BFV on Twitter.
So
because of that.
Let's read the chat. The thing is with sports games, folks, is you want the current roster and leagues only license them out to EA. You can make the best sports ball game, but without the league players in it, and how successful can it be? I will say they tried with Joe Montana football. They tried.
Joe Montana's football. I remember that.
They for years they were going to run it on the Unreal 4, and it looked very promising. And what happened with that game is it went to mobile because the Kickstarter. And this is what happened with Rock Band 4 coming to PC. Nobody supported it. Like I backed both of those on Kickstarter, and it didn't even make its quota. And I got my money back, and it was so disappointing. I was so disappointed because I want competition. I want another football game. I want another baseball game so hard. They did it with golf games, 505 games, and something else with 2K partnered up to make an official, finally licensed PGA game. Finally, a golf club 2019 with PGA featured.
Dude, yeah, dude, like fuck it, because like I remember our boy was playing fucking Tiger Woods like style. He platinumed the game.
And what was it? I know they don't have Tiger Woods in it, and they're going to get better over time, and they're going to get more featured players. But, I could see, 505 and 2K making it back, making it something happen.
Bro, like, that's one thing that's kind of weird to me. Right? Everybody was hating on 2K games for their business practices, but some of the top streamers on Mixer, Twitch, and DLive are playing that game.
Yeah, NBA 2K, yeah.
Like, what? Why bitch about it if you're just going to go out and fucking buy this shit?
Well, I'm already saying this. I'm probably not going to buy NBA Live just because of what EA is doing with the delays. I'm already saying it. I'm going to become a 2K player all over again.
Dude, play the last one came out. The last NBA Live.
Yeah, the last NBA Live was great.
That was it's good. It's really good. I'm playing the campaign right now. In fact, it's actually really good.
I played the demo for 2K20, and they took everything from Live. Everything that was great about Live, right? Played the demo. Everything that was great about Live, they took it and just made it 2K-ized. And it's so much better. It's sad when your competition can take everything you're doing. I'm not justifying 2K. 2K has microtransactions and the whole shit. We all know what we're getting ourselves into with a 2K game.
But with 2K, so like with EA, you could unlock this shit just by playing it, right? Can you do the same thing in 2K?
Yes, when you earn it, yes, you can. But they want to make you buy. They want you to make you buy their currency anyway. But you don't have to. It's not like that on PC side. It's a whole fuck fest. Really, to
I
be
heard
honest.
I heard the PC side got fucked in the ass. Dry.
And then the Nintendo version is the Nintendo Switch 2K19 was just a fuck fest.
Well, yeah, I mean the fucking engine they're using, like
No, the game ran smooth. It was the microtransactions that got people pissed. Between the PC version and the Nintendo version, it was the same shit. Fuck fest. To play online with your friends, you had to buy 2K points just to play.
Bro, like what the fuck?
On PC and Nintendo Switch. That's what happened there. That's why people were up in arms about the microtransactions on those two platforms. On PlayStation and Xbox, you didn't have to.
And you know what? Knowing 2K, they did learn from their lesson, and they're going to keep doing it.
Yep. I'm going to 2K20 this year just because EA says they don't know when they're releasing their next NBA game. And that tells me we may see a death of NBA Live again, which is sad. Because they did this in 2014. They killed it off for 3 years.
But like you gotta look at it this way though. EA has done nothing but asset flips amongst all the sports franchises.
Right.
They've used literally the same character model for almost a decade.
And then they finally added Frostbite in the last 3 years. It took them forever. And you know what's sad is the FIFA game on PC, FIFA 19, is a watered down version of the console version, which is sad.
Oh no! I almost bought it. I'm glad you told me.
It's a watered down version.
I almost bought that shit.
Like the PC version and the console version. It's the same with Madden. It's just a console port that glitches.
I'm just gonna stick to my sports games on console.
Yeah. I just think, honestly, EA's got to, it's EA and Activision are the two companies right now that need to get their heads out of their ass and realize the fans are the ones that make them. Yeah, the
fans and the fucking NFL teams, dude, and the NHL teams, because one of the biggest things that I watched when it came to YouTube and these sports games is the players actually look back at their stat ratings on the games.
Right.
Like they actually give EA feedback. So it's not just us. The players themselves that they're modeled after actually go back and look at this shit. And if there's some shitty shit going on, like microtransactions, they'll go in there and be like, hey, you can't be doing this. Like, and they'll give them feedback. So, I mean, yeah.
So, as far as sports game go, I think 2K is going to be my game this year just because of the fuckery that EA is pulling. And I think I'm going to get NHL and FIFA this year, just like a good little soldier because I like both of those franchises.
I think you're sleeping on 19 too much, man. 19 is really good.
19 is good. I played hours upon hours, but I want, the new current roster. That's just me. I'm an NBA fan. My Lakers every year. Championship this year. We got Dwight Howard. We got LeBron James. And we got, Anthony Davis. Okay? We're going to win a trophy this year. I highly doubt it.
I was surprised with the LeBron. I was a little surprised with LeBron.
Right. Everybody was.
Because LeBron used to talk shit on Los Angeles.
Right.
All the time. Like his last...
and he's making Space Jam 2, which is coming out next year.
I am totally going to watch that shit, by the way.
And it's being made by the director... bless you. Bless you again.
Sorry.
He's the guy that directed Fast and the Furious, right? David Gray or whatever his name is.
So what we're gonna get is a lot of techno music with b-ball playing.
Probably.
I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah. I will say this also too. They are trying to work on their games though. They are trying to patch Madden out. They are working harder to patch it, and they are patching.
Bitches.
Welcome back.
For the first time.
Welcome back.
Well, switching topics. Do we have another topic we want to talk about?
Yes, we
We've got
do.
a couple
Actually,
more.
Alex Lifschitz.
Yeah.
Alex Lifschitz.
Another to add to the list of the Me Too casualties. However, this one is he's the co-founder of Crash Override.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Ouch.
I know who they are. I know who they are. Like
Yep.
No, what happened?
Yeah, so another one of the people of Crash Override or NeoGAF have been accused of unsavory deeds.
Oh Lord.
And again, take it all with a grain of salt, right? I don't know if it's true or not, but it wouldn't surprise me, especially because there's evidence for some of the other ones. Like I know for sure there was that admin who was an admin of Crash Override, and he was
Yeah.
using his admin status to hook up with girls and assault them IRL. And then he would use his admin powers to make sure that nobody could talk about it on the forums. And since none of the forums, nobody knew each other's names or anything, it's not like these girls could go, somewhere else and yeah. But
I
so
remember. Yeah.
that's just another interesting little tidbit from the drama world. But you guys remember Vic Magnolia, right?
Yeah.
And
Of
all the
course.
nastiness. Okay, so turns out, let me see if I can find the article. Oh, come on, where is it? Oh, here it is. So, voice actors of the company Funimation, and these are the same people who were fucking going after Vic when he was getting accused,
Yeah.
have been using their Dragon Ball characters to record entire sequences of gay incest porn scenes, including underage male characters, as jokes, with the copyrighted resources and property at the studio.
As jokes.
Well,
I really can't get mad at that. You know what I mean?
I can't either, but the fact that they've been blasting Vic for accusations
True.
of doing,
True. I understand. Yeah.
so you're gonna make a porn video with an underage, probably GoCon or whatever, and fine, fair enough. They're just I'm the last one today because I don't care about any of that shit as long as it's fictional. But if you're gonna do shit like that and then start saying on shit on Vic,
ruin somebody else's fucking livelihood who's actually a good guy.
yeah, over him being touchy feely. I mean, with everybody, that was the thing. That was his thing. He was a huggy, and everybody knows those kinds of people. They don't shake your hand; they hug you, like every time,
Yes,
right?
I'm
And
like that. I can't help it. I'm like that.
Plenty of people are like that, and that's how this guy was. He wasn't just doing it to girls. He wasn't, fondling people
It
up.
was everybody.
Yeah, he'd give all his fans a big hug or whatever they wanted. He was real touchy feely and friendly and shit like that. And they're gonna say that, oh, he's a harasser and he should not be able to work and this, that, and the other. It's like, dude, you guys are doing the same fucking shit in your own fucking backyard. Dude, this shit pisses me off so much.
And they let him go. And that's some shit. They let him go.
Right? Yeah, and this is what I'll be interesting to see, Funimation. Are you now gonna get rid of all these guys?
They fucking better, dude.
Right?
And I want to see a fucking apology letter for fucking Vic, dude, by those guys. Oh god, it's so fucking annoying.
Dude, beyond annoying. Beyond annoying.
Like that's what kills me, dude. It was like this dude actually helped up and coming voice actors financially to see their dreams, connected them with the right people, helped them out. And all he got in return was, oh, he hugged me inappropriately. Like, bitch, if you didn't want the fucking hug, you should have just stuck your hand out for a handshake.
Yeah, say no.
Simple as
it's
that.
Real simple. Real fucking simple.
In fact, I always ask, like, hey, can I hug you? Because, like, we've known each other for so long, That's just how I am. I'm that kind of person. Like, oh my god, dude, these people are fucking idiots.
It's just like it's just like the Discord thing where Discord was banning groups for lolly or whatever it was, and then it turns out that their private Discord for Discord moderators, they had a whole bunch of that whatever the furry lolly shit is. I can't cub stuff or cub play or whatever same exact fucking bullshit. God, this shit irritates the ever loving shit out of me, man. It really fucking does.
Welcome to the weird side of Discords in the internet. Welcome to
because that's I've been a part of the weird shit of the internet. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
the double standards, bro.
You want to hate on something? Okay, fine, fair enough. You don't like lolly. All right, I can get that. I really can. It's not my cup of tea either. Now, I don't hate the people that like it, but I could understand why somebody would feel uncomfortable with it. Fair enough.
Same.
But then
Yeah.
if
Same.
I discover that you're doing the same shit just with your face, instead of anime, it's My Little Pony or furry shit or whatever, it's like, dude, don't even think about that shit.
Right.
Because that's dirty. That's hitting below the belt, bro. That's just not, that's just not cool. It's like, see that, because they're, oh man.
See,
It's
the
fucking
gospel,
annoying,
gospel of gangster.
The
There
gospel of gangster. We have another episode of the gospel of the gangster. Ezekiel 4:12, man.
Bro, this is the thing. This is like the biggest thing that I have. If there's anything that's consistent about me, is this: do not enforce rules or expect others to follow things that you yourself are not able to do.
Right.
Right.
Simple as that. If you can't fucking do it, you don't want to do it, don't expect others to follow along with you. Simple as that.
Yep.
It's common sense.
I mean, yeah, I fucking hate hypocrites, man. And not even, like, I don't even care about small hypocritical shit, because everybody does small, stupid shit. That shit happens, But big shit like this, like, if you're gonna declare something as evil, like, you better make damn sure that nothing that you do is anything even remotely close to that.
Exactly.
Because you say that shit, I just now I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you
now it's
fucking
open
say.
season. Now it's open season.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
dude,
am
you
I
know what this
supposed
means?
to say?
Like, I didn't know about this, but you know what this means? Everything that I watch Funimation, I am fucking pirating.
Right? Sailing the high seas, hoisting the black flag.
So,
Yeah.
guys,
Fuck Funimation if they don't apologize to this guy, dude. Seriously. They
So-
ruined this fucking dude's life, dude.
Dude, for real, like, ruined his life. Yeah, because they even, like, they blacklisted him from, like, the cons and stuff, right?
yeah, they did.
Yeah, and that was
He
where he
can't
was
even do
making the
fan
majority of
meetups.
his yeah, because that was where he was making the majority of his money. People come in, they pay $5 for an autograph or whatever, and you can make more money than, because the shows don't pay that much. That's the thing about voice acting in the U.S. Like, it's
Did
not.
Did he ever do a Patreon or anything?
I don't know.
Because if he did, I would save up money and just fucking throw it at him, dude. I'd be like, yo, bro, like, I know you need this.
I know. I think people are talking about, like, doing a Kickstarter or something for legal fees or whatever, but I think he just said, no, fuck it, I don't want to deal with it, and I can understand that sentiment.
Real.
Yeah, but his name is tainted. You know what I mean?
know.
It is fucking tainted. He has to literally, and in order to get his life back in normal, to even remotely normal, he needs to go to a court and change his fucking name, dude. That is fucked.
All right. So, deal of the week, guys. I'm going to put this in the chat right there on Amazon. There it is. Deal of the week. Silicon Power SSD. $89 for 1 terabyte. On sale.
That's not bad.
For a regular
That's pretty
SSD. And I
For
thought I
an
would.
SSD, that's pretty good.
For a tech deal of the week. We're getting
Tech deal.
we're getting back into deals of the week here on the show. So there it is. We're at the hour and 45-minute mark. We might as do a tech deal. Throw you guys a tech deal. You guys have been hearing news, so we might as talk about some tech deals. And the Silicon Power drives, yes, they are not. They're in the ballpark.
They're not Samsung, but who cares?
They get the job done.
Right?
Bro.
Then I'll tell you, man. I've had people. Oh my God, you're not buying a Samsung or Western Digital, bro. I have had AMD made their own SSDs way back once upon a time, and I have one of those, and it still works.
They were okay. They were
Dude, it's a great SSD.
Yeah.
It works fantastic, and it's still, dude, that thing's like 6 years old now, and it still fucking works, or 5 years old, or whatever it is. I've had Patriot, I've had Crucial, I've had Mushkin, I've had, and like 2 others, and they're all the same. They all get the same exact speeds to within 5%.
I was just gonna tell you, I have had literally all of the best SSDs you could possibly have at one point in my life. I'm telling you right now, there's no difference between them and the Silicon Power.
Yep.
Let's see. I have right now.
And the speeds you'll get with like a Samsung Evo 960, $200 and something. Like, dude, we're talking like 10% better.
Bro, I got that Evo.
600 megabytes instead of 550.
I got that Evo chilling in an old rig of mine, just collecting dust.
You know what's funny is I have a Western Digital drive, an Evo, and a Toshiba NVMe drive in mine. And you know what's funny? People frown upon me for it. The Toshiba shit. They're
Fuck
like,
'em.
they're just like, oh my god, Toshiba, why?
Oh, dude, Toshiba is one of the few Japanese companies that literally build their shit like fucking tanks.
Yeah. Dude,
Have you seen?
Toshiba laptops are fucking gangster.
I was just gonna say, dude, have you seen somebody drop a Toshiba laptop out of a fucking 2-story window and it still works afterwards? I have.
Yep.
A few times.
Their satellites lasted forever back in the day.
Yeah, my ex-girl had a Toshiba laptop, and that thing was a champ, dude. It was already like 4 years old when she bought it, and it lasted another 4 or something stupid like that.
So this is random. I kind of want to like show this out there. If you guys are clicking that link, click the Silicon Power SSD mounting bracket. That's probably one of the cheapest mounting brackets I have seen in forever. The big three companies charge like $30 fucking for a plate of metal.
Yep. And
This
they
bitch
charge
here is
$4.
$5.
Right? Dude, yeah, you there are certain things, I agree, that you never want to skimp out on. Your power supply, your motherboard, your RAM, your GPU. But man, there are so many things that's like you just don't need the best.
Dude,
And hard drives is one of them.
My little SD card for my Switch, it was like, what was it, a 120 something fucking gig little like SD card. I paid like $10 for it, dude, and it's an X model, so it's like the fastest you can get. I go to like Kingston or anybody else, and that bitch is like $80. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll go stick to my.
I think Silicon Power sells a 1 terabyte micro SD card for cheap too.
1 terabyte?
Yeah.
Jesus, dude, it was
SD
just
card-
the other
SD
day
cards
that
go to 1
200
terabyte
gigs were
now.
finally coming out. I got a 200 gig for my phone, and I was like, oh my god, this thing is huge, and I spent like $70 on it.
Dude, even their SD shit for like video are like super fucking. In fact, I have one right here. It's like a 256 because I bought the wrong fucking one by accident. I'm just gonna keep it for a future camera.
Yeah,
And they also have too from Silicon Power. They also have 512 SD cards too, for a really good price too. Micro cards if you're looking for your Nintendo Switch. I mean,
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, like even SanDisk is coming out with good prices too.
Dude, I've got SanDisk shit, and it's fine.
Yeah, even
Like
in
their
comparison.
flash drives, their USB thumb drives are some of the best I've used.
And I've been turning people into Silicon Power people. Like I'm literally gonna go buy 3 SSDs eventually from Silicon Power eventually.
Bro, you know what's awesome about these drives, the whole thumb drives, is you can make a botnet with a USB 3.0 USB extender.
Yeah.
Just buy get a six port, get 6 of those fucking Silicon Power fucking little drives, pop them in there. There's your botnet.
NAND storage, whatever.
Right.
You want to fuck with somebody,
Bro?
you could
even hook it up to your network, because like my router has a USB hookup for an external hard drive.
So here's the thing. So here's a stat for you. So for PC Gamer, the STATA SSD rank, Silicon Power, the S55 480 gig model is like literally like it's legible between the top brand and that. It's like literally 100 points off. It's not
100 points off in speed isn't that much.
No.
Nope. Dude, it ain't shit.
What is that, a fraction of a second? You're gonna bitch about a fraction of a second and pay another $100, if not more?
Well, that's the thing. If you need it, you need it. Right? This is the thing. If you need it, you need it, right? If you're doing some crazy raid shit on a fucking X570 board and you need the fastest motherfucking SSDs that you possibly can get, okay, yeah, go for it, bro. Get your Samsung 960 or whatever.
Go buy a Corsair or sorry.
But hey, I'm not gonna hate on it. But if you don't need that, well, then there's no reason not to.
Let me put it this way: if you're buying ADATA, if you're buying
Kingston,
what's that? Kingston. And what was the other one? There's like 3 or 4 of them that are all franchisees of Silicon Power. So like, just buy from the source and be cheaper. It's just like ASRock was fucking MSI's OEM for the longest time. Why buy a fucking MSI board when you could buy an ASRock board for a cheaper price and have the same performance?
And then ASRock went out on their own.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but their BIOSes aren't that great.
No, they're not.
They're really not. I hear
But
the same thing from
if
everybody.
you're
Build
trying
Zord and
to
all of
save
them.
money, but here's the thing: if you're trying to save money,
Yep.
and you know how to flash BIOSes, ASRock's not a bad choice.
No, because their components are solid. That's the thing.
And there's even motherboards that will work with MSI's BIOS.
I will even
You
say
can actually flash. You could flash. Yes, you could flash a fucking BIOS off of a ASRock board, and if you find the equivalent of the MSI board, it will actually work.
No shit.
and I'll actually say this on the AMD side, from what I've heard, high-end BioStar shit is pretty good.
I heard BioStar was pretty good now.
On
like,
the AMD side, it's like I heard like their X470 boards.
I know back in the day they were shit. Like BioStar was like the Kmart of motherboards.
Yeah, they were just cheap, you know.
They were cheap. But
I had a couple
I've heard the
computers
same
with
thing.
BioStar.
I've heard the same thing. I've heard BioStar has actually put their shit together finally and pulled their heads out of their asses and saw the bigger picture. Great.
Fucking A.
Not on the Intel side though. They're still suffering on the Intel side, but on the AMD side, they're like the golden standard for them.
Well, AMD's open source with everything though, so I'm pretty sure that AMD's a lot more generous when it comes to giving up code and stuff.
Dude, AMD allows you to do BIOS hacks.
Yeah.
Let's see, my
AMD is like, oh, you want to BIOS hack your shit? Here you go.
And that's one of the reasons why I support AMD so much, is because it seems, you know, obviously they could prove me wrong, but as of now, it seems that their entire business philosophy till now has been, whatever we can make open source and available for everybody, let's do that. And I like that because, God, just look at FreeSync, man. Everything's getting FreeSync now.
Let's see. Let me read.
It's like they could have tried to hold on to it just like G-Sync, but they didn't.
Let's see here.
And I think that's awesome of them.
Comment section time. My ASRock B350M Pro 4 hasn't given me any issues in 2 years as I've had it.
That's awesome, dude. That's fucking awesome because like I've always tried to give. Usually when I build PCs for people, I always suggest within their budget. I don't suggest anything over their budget because that's going to shy away business. So when I do builds for people, I usually go for budget. So ASRock has always been the kind of budget-friendly item.
Well, because they don't skimp on the important shit.
Right.
And like that's the thing. Like if you get a board with cheap components, that's sometimes the price you have to pay. You know, if you don't want to spend to like, because when I got my 2700X, I got a fucking Asus Crosshair 7 Hero. Because I was not fucking around with cheap motherboards anymore. I didn't care how much it fucking cost. So I was tired of the bullshit. I wanted to be able to fucking overclock the piss out of this.
ASRock
is done with it.
ASRock is on the same level of purchasing as MSI or anybody else, any one of the other board partners. If you buy a low-end ASRock, expect low-end performance.
Well, that's like MSI.
Regardless of the best shit you put on it.
That's like MSI or Gigabyte. Expect low shit, and you get screwed on features. That's what you get when you buy budget.
And what I love about ASRock is their mid-tier is on almost the same level as MSI's high tier. Now, I've always been the person to buy high-end boards just like Pete. Like, if it comes to my motherboard of choice, I've always gone with MSI, all right? I will go platinum and extreme all day long, every day. I don't care if it costs me $500. I'll buy that fucking motherboard. I have purchased a $50 MSI board, and it fucking blew the socket on my friend's i5.
Damn.
Like, I know what cheap is. Like, cheap, stay the fuck away from it because it is inconsistent as fuck.
Well,
there's a difference between budget and cheap.
When I bought my Gigabyte board for my at the time when First Rising came out, I didn't mess around. I went with the Gaming 5 board real quick, and I spent close to $200, but it was well worth it though, and it's lasted me forever.
When I bought this MSI board that's in my with my i7 4770K, it was the highest MSI board you could possibly purchase at the time. Because i7 4770K just came out. I pre-ordered mine with Gamer Dragon's discount, which was over 50% off. I only paid like $130 for my 4770K at launch. So, you know, I had my build ready. I was like, dude, like, just give me your discount code. I'll buy all the other parts right now. And that's what I did. I bought 2 R9 270Xs, random crossfire for years. Fucking amazing. I bought 8 gigs of DDR3 from G-Skill Sniper. Highest clucks you could possibly have gotten at the time. Dude, I went all out on this build. This is my baby. Like, this is when it comes to PC building and you have the money, I suggest you fucking go all out.
Do it.
Don't chimp. If you fucking chimp, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna end up spending more money than you would have if you would have just went high end on everything.
I'm already saving up for my next system.
So am I.
I'm saving up for Thready 2.0. I'm gonna call it.
That's my philosophy with my new build.
I'm saving up for Computron 2.0 myself.
I'm like the Thread Frankenstein build I'm building. I can't wait. I'm not going Threadripper 3. I'm gonna go Threadripper 2 though.
I liked my Ryzen 1 system, but that Prime X370 Pro, like, it was a good board and it handled that chip really well. But fuck, man, memory overclocking on it was just a nightmare.
Well, was that an X370 board?
Yeah.
Yeah, my X370 board is still like that to this day, where it picks and chooses what it wants to do.
And the Force and the Crosshair came with so many fucking extra. Like, it had my biggest thing was finding a place to start with the secondary and tertiary memory timings, because fucking there was no information on that shit out there.
I remember you were going through your clocking.
Dude,
phases.
Nobody had anything on aside from the
there
generic.
wasn't even a fucking list on what was his name? Paul's Hardware. Like there was no
and there
list
was
on
no
because we were looking for that shit because you said your shit was inconsistent as fuck. You like one day you were doing great and the other day your fucking shit was just
that's like my Gigabyte board, for instance. My overclocks were great. And then they brought out a BIOS update recently and just wiped everything out. And now I don't even know what overclock settings to do or where to overclock because they messed with everything. They changed everything up. And it's all different than I used to remember it. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, like Crosshair 7 and fucking I got my good memory. And when my power supply went out, I was posted on the Facebook board the other day and I wrote that I got a Seasonic Titanium 1000 watt. And the guy's like, well, what's your system? So I listed out my system. And he's like, bro, that's so overkill. Why the fuck did you do that? And I'm like, because overkill is underrated.
Overkill on power supplies, a lot of people are like, oh, you don't need that much. It's like, it's not about the need.
Yep.
It's about
not at all.
It's about not needing it when you have it. Because when you need it, you're out there looking for fucking power supplies again. Like, why possibly blow one of your sockets because it's pulling too much power?
Or not just that, like,
power supply.
People don't think. Here's the thing, right, about power supplies. There are so many components in them that do not like heat, right? And I know all electronics don't like heat, but like capacitors and other things are like a CPU. As long as you don't overheat it, the heat doesn't matter. But with capacitors and stuff, like most capacitors are rated for something like 90C 5,000 hours or 105C 5,000 hours.
Yeah.
But say they start running at like 110 or 115, well, that 5,000, that's going to be cut down to like 2,000. And if you can keep them under like 80 or 85, then that 5,000 will turn into 10,000 because it's an exponential lifespan loss based on what the temperature is. And so if you've got a system that's pulling 450 watts and you buy a 500 watt power supply, well, there's going to be a significant amount of time that you're going to be spending at 90% load on that power supply. And that bitch is going to get hot. And it's going to kill, eventually it's going to kill a capacitor or something that it can't deal without.
Even coming close to the peak of your power supply has a chance of overdoing it.
It's like there's the difference in a 500 watt and a 700 watt power supply is like $10. It's like, dude, grab the 700 watt. Why the fuck not? And that way, if you get a new CPU or a new GPU that pulls an extra 50 or 75 watts, you're still covered.
You know why I grabbed my 750 watt, or I think it was 800 watts that I grabbed EVGA, because first of all, it was platinum, and second of all, the 10-year warranty.
Right.
And they do the trade up program too with that.
Bro, and the thing is like I've always gone 1,000 and above for all my builds. All my builds.
Well, I know why. I know why. Just in case you do Crossfire or something of the range of that. That is smart.
270X is pulling juice.
Yes, exactly.
At least it wasn't.
Hey, our boy Lone is gonna have 2 Vega 56s, dude. In Crossfire.
Bro.
Did I tell you what my card was reaching the other day for watts?
No.
346 watts.
Consistently?
Yeah, bro.
What the fuck are you playing?
I wasn't. I was doing a benchmark because I was running benchmarks on loops because I was stress testing my overclocks. But just for shits and I was monitoring the temperatures with hardware info, and dude, the amount of info that hardware info gives you, like the list of GPU numbers that I get that it records is like fucking 2 pages long, and one of them is total wattage and shit. Yeah, 340 something watts, bro. I couldn't fucking believe
And
that shit, dude.
and I think Lone's going with not the liquid cooling. He's going with the Arctic little big ass block for the Vega 56. Though actually they support it.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Their Extreme 5 supports it.
Yeah.
So like the Arctic block's gonna be able to cover both of them or just one?
Both.
Nice.
He'll be able to get. Well, no, he's gonna have to buy 2 of them.
2 of them. Yeah.
But it works. He's just got to buy the heat spreader.
He's gonna have like my future like GPU soon, pretty much.
Well, now he's talking about going one, but one and selling the other one for games, which is fine by me.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea regardless.
Yeah, I
got a steal on my card. I got such a good deal. So like, whatever, bro.
I was happy for him. I'm like, you wanted to go AMD? You want to get away from NVIDIA? All right, I'll oblige. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Cool. Yeah, it's like I told people before. Like, why I was considering NVIDIA was just for the CUDA cores. I didn't care
CUDA cores and
about
the
Shadow
NVNC.
Play, but the NVNC and the CUDA cores was all I was interested in. But now that I have an option to get something that's even higher,
yeah, Vega 7 bitches.
Radeon 7, baby, come on in, as Thunder would used to say. Come on in.
Hey, you should go buy the upper tier of that card. The
Do they make AIBs of that card? They have to, right?
No, they don't. They never did.
Really?
No, the one that I'm
all of the brands that have covered Radeon 7 all have the same shroud.
It's all reference.
I want Brimstone to get
I
want Brimstone to go find that special edition one, the Tony Stark one, dude.
The Tony Stark edition, yeah.
Yeah, if you can find that on like for a good deal, I'd be like,
so
just girl, grab that.
Bro, it'd be like what, $1,000 just.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
I don't know about 1,000, but probably like 800 or 900.
I've seen it for $699. I've seen a few.
Really?
Sales, yeah, for $699. Yeah,
that's not too bad.
You can grab it on the AMD site. There's still people are saying like you can't give. They gave up on it. They're discontinuing. Like no, they're not. They still sell them. They're trying to sell the rest of the stock of these Vega 7s. Like people are like delusional. Like they never made a press article. They never said anything that they were canceling it. They just said it's still going to be in their lineup. Come on.
The Radeon 7 card is the most improved GPU ever. Ever. I just want to put that into perspective. Look at the 1080 Ti, right? It's an 8 gig card, right? Or 11 gigs or something.
And at
like
I'll say this, at 4K, okay, with 16 gigs of RAM, and I seen this on Digital Foundry, it was still shitting on the 1080 Ti. It was getting 78 frames at 4K. That is funny. Ultra.
That is why I'm buying the card.
Right.
Because the higher the amount of resources you throw at that bitch, the better it performs.
Yep.
Why do you think I had the Vega 56 with the MSI blower? The higher the usage, the more it cools and keeps your temperatures low. If you use it as a mid-tier card, it will stay warm to hot all the fucking time. But if you throw heavy loads at it, it just fucking gets cooler and cooler and cooler and increases in performance. That's why I went with Vega. Because 1080 Ti's, guess what? They power up. They do good for,
look at Navi right now. Level 1 Navi, it does the same shit. And what they're finding out is if you undervolt it by like a mile, this thing can go to 2.2 gigahertz without a problem. On freaking on Liquid. And that's just like I was watching, what was it, Timmy Joe or it was Timmy Joe and Jay, and they were able to get it to 2.2 gigahertz like it was nothing. And I'm like, the potential, imagine they come out with a Liquid version of that, Sapphire or one of them.
Out with Liquid that version Navi with 8 or 16 gigs of HBM2.
There you go.
Bro. I mean, it'll never happen. But
how about GDR6? I'd be all right with that.
I really want HBM2, but that requires a whole redesign.
HBM2 or GDR6 don't matter to me because there's one good card that I will always like praise the fuck out of the green team for, and that is the 1660 Ti. That is a beast fucking card for that price range and for what you're getting. That thing, like when they can like beat out their own top tier cards with a mid to low range card, like you have to wonder, like, what the fuck was the point of this?
And two, they also, what I like about AMD's getting there with their encoder. They're working hard. They're trying. They're getting there. And I think with the 5800 and the 5800 XT, I think you're going to see them finally recognize that they have a problem with their
Bro,
encoding.
why do you think I want the Radeon 7? Because you can just brute force your shit through all the fucking retardation, dude.
Well, it's when it comes down to it, it's OBS and whatnot. When it really comes down, when AMD's limitations, it's not there. AMD's not talking to the OBS team and vice versa. And that's the downside of that. Now they are.
But I mean,
it's been a thing for 10 years. I mean,
well, yeah. But like,
well, now they are talking though.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, here's the thing with AMD, right? And it's the problem, and it's something you have to deal with. And I've accepted it just because I'm a tinkerer, so I'll do this shit anyway. But AMD just does not have the budget of Intel or Nvidia, and that's all there is to it. And drivers are going to be one of the, because you can't skimp on hardware. If you skimp on hardware, then your card forever sucks.
Well,
drivers you can correct.
Well, Relive, they're saying they're going to do a complete overhaul of it now since of all these issues. They said they're going to work on the overlays and make it their version of OBS. I wouldn't be surprised. Here's what I wouldn't be surprised, and this is my assumption. They're going to make their own streaming software based around OBS and have it red and black and make it call it Relive streaming software.
I'd fuck yeah,
I'm
dude.
down.
I'd bring it, dude.
Yeah. I'd be so cool with that because, and then it'll have their baked in encoder.
What they did with Raptor at the time with Raptor, that was designed around a 2 gigabyte process, right? So the 2 gigabyte market at the time was considered like the high end stuff. So if you bought NVIDIA, you were like above and beyond the fucking the curve. So what they did with Raptor and the R9 270X or the R9 series in general, the recording capabilities and the video footage that you got was really fucking.
Now imagine
it was amazing for other cards at the time, unless you were getting $500. This was doing that with like $120 card.
Now imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
Now imagine OBS. Now imagine them taking the core of OBS, right? And this is kind of maybe I'm put my tinfoil hat on. I'm seeing this. I see OBS, I see AMD taking the core of OBS, right, and turning it into their own software. And what they do is they separate it out of the Radeon settings altogether. And when you install your driver, you get their version of OBS compacted with red and black scheme. And then what they'll do is they'll just keep throwing updates at it, through driver updates.
Just so happens that red and black are my colors.
I think it would be awesome. I think they should.
Yeah,
Streamlabs did. Streamlabs
and
is
OBS
doing
is open source.
Elements has it. Labs has it. Fucking.
This is the beauty of open source.
Why not?
And it's why I have to. I have to help or support companies that do it, because I think open source is going to be the future of fucking humanity.
I'm hoping that they don't do what Twitch is doing, just taking somebody else's software. Okay.
Oh, you mean like ripping off Africa TV or Caffeine?
Yeah, and like put their own skin on top of it, and it has basic
and not
features.
even touch it. Like
right.
You didn't even touch it, dude. You could literally see the Caffeine and Africa TV shit in their software. You're like
in the code.
You're like looking at this like, this isn't your shit. Don't mark it as it is your shit. Like
they did the same thing with their voice app with Curse. They did the same shit. They just put a new skin over it.
Yeah.
And
but
how long? And how long did that last? It didn't last long,
dude. But you know what though? Even though, okay, so granted, yes, Curse did their thing, right? They used the same codec as Discord. But bro, like their video codec was on point.
Yes, it was.
It was on point.
I was disappointed that they got rid of the whole voice app thing.
Bro, when Twitch bought that shit, we were like, yo, like where the fuck's the video feed at? Like, why can't I like do a voice call anymore? Like they took the whole app and like broke it down into its basic fundamentals and said,
and they threw a game section into it, which made no sense. It was broken. They didn't need
to. The whole point of Curse was to add mods to your game if you didn't want to use the Nexus sites.
Right.
That was literally why Curse was made, and that's why they were throwing money at it from their network on YouTube.
Right.
Curse was a network. What the fuck?
And I'll say this, the reason for my departure from Twitch is like features. They're taking it away. Literally, where is the squad streaming? Us affiliates were promised. Let me say this. You can up the fucking bandwidth all you want. Give us the features that you promised.
It still looks like shit.
Right. They went from 3500 being the standard, and now they're saying, no, you have to do 4500 at 720p 60. And I'm sitting here going, yeah, guys, what are you smoking? Because nobody can access that in third world countries.
Dude, we both have a friend that's from the Middle East, and we have a few friends from the Middle East, and they have a hard time streaming as it is on those fucking bandwidths because you go to their stream and it's like like they have issues, and when they watch our stream, they get a black screen because they don't have enough bandwidth to do the video feed.
I will give Mixer their credit. At least they're admitting that, hey, yeah, we have our faults. We're working on them. We're making it better. Same with D-Live. They're both saying the same thing. You know, we're trying to implement.
D-Live's doing fantastic right now. I used to shit on them. He used to shit on them. Mixer's coming out of the fucking woodwork, and they're like, look, we fucked up. We know we bought it for our views. We know we fucked up. Here's what we're going to do to fix it. And they come out in press releases and say this shit on their site.
And their podcast. They've literally admitted that they said that they're going to go the way like the other competition where they're going to give us a sub button and Embers for all. They're rolling it out slowly so they get all the kinks worked out first. You sign.
They get away with the developer program for the API development team shit. Like,
they're cleaning up a lot of shit.
It was broken.
And the Mixer creator shit, the stuff that app that, you know, you go IRL on. They went, fuck it, if it's not working, we're going to go partner with somebody that knows what they're doing. And they partnered with Streamlabs to make that happen. They didn't kill it off, but they partnered up with somebody that has the infrastructure to do it. And they didn't. They're cutting things away from the platform that doesn't need to be there. And with D-Live, both of these companies are both saying, hey, look, we're not going to force you down to a non-compete clause. We're going to give you everything that our competitor is doing for fucking free. All you got to do is sign a fucking tax form. That's it. And we're not forcing you to stream to our platform exclusively.
And dude, and let's be honest, their cuts on D-Live and fucking Mixer are 100 times better.
You get $1 more on subs.
Fucking Twitch, dude.
You get $1.50 more on both. What is sub and whatnot, and that's sad. And they're not taking 50%. They're taking more like 15% from you.
All the major donations that you would normally got on Twitch, if someone donated to you, say like $1,000, right?
Right.
They took their fucking fee. Like, bitch, I'm already paying into PayPal. Why the fuck do I need to pay to you?
Well, there's a lot of things. They're taking away biddies. There's another thing they're doing. They're taking away biddies.
Yeah, because a lot of people they all cashed in the last quarter, and they couldn't even pay their top streamers because of it.
You know, it's just sad. They took away the ads off the phone, which made no sense at all. They're taking away features not for the good reasons. You know, most people are on phones. When people are watching streams, they're on a tablet, phone, or TV. When you start taking away the features, people are going to look elsewhere.
Bro, the only fucking site that I watch live ever is either you or any one of our other boys and Plexstorm.
Can I say this too? Facebook. Okay, I get Facebook. Their level up program is the most simplest program ever. To get transcoding and get your stars and whatnot. You know what I mean? Their system in place is not that bad either. And they're not doing a whole non-compete clause.
Bro, and they have like one of the biggest communities right now that's just blowing the fuck up.
Right. It's like you're better off on Facebook right now. It reminds me of the entry level of YouTube when it started, where you could throw up videos and get hella views for days and get a good following. Like,
yep.
I'm telling people, Facebook right now is the joint you want to be at for videos right now. Yes, do they have copyrights? Yes. Do they have all this stuff? But if you put up simple gaming videos, you don't have to worry about Nintendo or any of those companies coming at you. Like YouTube. Even Daily Motion is getting popular again because they are
really?
they're overhauling their streaming gaming service. And Vimeo just announced that they're coming out with their own game streaming service to compete with Twitch. And they said they welcome the higher the bandwidth. And they said they're going to have a server in place where it doesn't hurt anybody on the phones and whatnot. They're going to have kind of like what YouTube's doing. It's getting interesting in the streaming space. The competition's real.
What I have noticed, and only because we started switching to 30 frames per second, the encoding differences, Twitch and the competition, don't go to Twitch ever. You don't like the artifacting in your videos. You don't like to deal with any of that bullshit and that nonsense, and you just want your shit to look fucking crystal clear, beautiful at 30 frames. Go elsewhere.
If you're a small streamer right now, I'll tell you this. I've been telling this to people. If you're small, you're not gonna really. You're too saturated on Twitch. Go over to DLive, Mixer, or Facebook.
Look at us, dude. We were streaming at 720p 60. We had all the little bells and whistles for all of our streams on Twitch. We got maybe, if we were lucky, a viewer apiece.
I got lurkers more than I got viewers.
We got lurkers more than viewers, right? And then they didn't even follow. And if they did follow, they were only there for a few days and they unfollowed. So it was like...
Here's the other thing, too. I haven't dropped my stream down to 30, but I keep it at 60, 720p.
I do.
And honestly, with FTL, people get this confused. They think drop frames is internet drop frames. It's just when you drop frames on Mixer, it's a lot different than Twitch. With their FTL, it's a lot different.
It's almost unnoticeable.
Yeah.
Drop frames on Twitch is like a death of a stream. It's like your shit, when it drops, you're not even really connected it because people will watch you and all they'll see is a black screen. It's like...
And I've had this conversation with Brimstone. I said, if Mixer has their little bugs, all I got to do is go over to DLive for a little bit and go chill on there or Facebook for a little bit and stream. And then they'll fix their problems and I'll be back over on Mixer. You know what I mean? You have backups for reasons. I just won't do Twitch because of all the crappy shit they're doing with their encoding, with their transcoding, and the fuckery that they're doing with the whole squad streaming. Just say it's a partner thing only.
Right? I know, dude. I could forgive all the stupid politics if they just gave us the features they fucking promised.
Right. It reminds me 3 years ago with Twitch when they were rolling out affiliates and then it took them 2 years to finally get their head out of the hole in the ground and they finally released it. And the affiliate program is not all what it's cracked up to be. I'm going to say that.
No, especially with the non-compete clause in an affiliate? Sure, partners and they're making a lot of money. Okay, I'll give them that. But affiliates? What kind of fucking big dick money are you making, Rev, if you have to do a non-compete clause on an affiliate program?
I haven't made enough on Twitch to even say that I'm $150. I'll be honest with you guys, $150. That's the best payout I've ever made on Twitch. The best. And there you
go.
That's not even enough. And then they make it out to be like, oh, it's enough to do this, that, and the third. That's barely enough to pay a cell phone bill with that. I'd rather take donations than a sub and I had this philosophy and I kept telling people, sub to me give me a donation at $5 instead of subbing to my channel because there's a cap that you have to get to before you get a payout. I kept telling people you're wasting my time subbing to me because I won't see that ever for a few months because it carries over.
Yeah, it goes into a
pot system
savings thing.
Yeah, and I said I've been telling people just sub if you're gonna sub, just donate me the $5. You're better off doing it that. But I have Twitch Prime, and I'm like, I'd rather you just donate to me. Don't sub it to me.
There's a reason why they gave a free fucking subscription to people that have Twitch Prime like us, or Amazon Prime for that matter. They see more of that money back than the streamers do.
Right. And it's really sucky because, Mixer up their bandwidth restrictions too, recently too. Now they're going from 7,000 to 10,000, which I'm happy for that.
Yeah, because shit looks good right now at fucking 720p.
And,
it's clear.
And I found this out the other day with Mixer that they allow 4K streaming. I found this out the other day. They allow it. Like YouTube. So you could do 1440p streams and be golden. I found this out the other day. So it's not just YouTube that's the only platform doing it. Mixer's doing it. And also Smashcast is doing it. So I found out new things. Platforms doing it. And D-Live's talking about it now.
Bro, Smashcast hasn't even been busy and they're still updating their shit.
Yes. They're throwing features out there and it's, it's great. And Discord's getting in on this streaming shit.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool though. Like you could actually stream your, I could actually play a game right now and stream to the stream.
Yeah. Take a look at Discord. If they open up their own platform, maybe a website where you connect your Discord and then
that shit's gonna be so big.
Pops up your name live off to the side of when you're in the server, people will know what's going on and it brings traction because look at how many people are in Discord. Look at that.
Bro, and look at Steam, dude. Steam's been doing really lately with their streaming shit.
Well, Stream needs to advertise it more, though. That's the problem.
I know.
With them.
No, I know. But if you actually look at their codec, what they use, and you look at the video quality, because now they feature your stream above the chosen game you're playing on their library. So if you're playing Call of Duty 2 Black Ops or whatever, it'll actually show you playing above their game to the person that's about to buy that game.
Right.
So I thought that kind of shit was cool. I was like, okay, that's pretty neat because you look at their video playback on the live stream, it's really clear. It is clear as fuck. So they're doing something right over there, just like Mixer and fucking D-Live. They're all updating
a lot
their
of these
shit.
websites.
Many options.
A lot of these websites are not frowning upon restreaming. They're welcoming it. Why they're welcoming it? I'll tell you why. Because they want that traction to their site, so they're gonna allow it anyway. Unlike Twitch, where there's fuck you, you can't do that. You're frowned upon. Fuck you. That's how that is. Twitch is a hard R at you.
They'll shut your stream down if you're streaming for 4 or 5 hours. Sometimes they'll just come in and all of a sudden you're disconnected.
Well, here's the thing with I found this out too about Twitch. You don't get banned off their platform. You just get Affinity banned off of getting affiliate ever again.
Yeah, you're immediately shadow banned. They don't tell you about it either. They're just oh, you don't qualify for this. It's what?
Is there anything? Is there any articles else that we need to talk about tonight?
I just found this one.
All right.
The Gearbox Software CEO, Randy Pitchford, has been accused of contempt in the latest court filing.
Ouch.
Yeah, for discovery abuse, failure to produce certain court-ordered documents.
Oh my.
Oof.
Yeah, so and see now I keep hearing this, but I don't know if it's right. But the accusations being made in court, the one is that he took a secret $12 million bonus, so basically embezzlement or something. But the other one is the big leak, right, where he left the USB drive at the restaurant and that had a whole shitload of
my, he was the
info.
One. He was the one. Oh
but
my.
No. Here's the interesting part, and take it with a grain of salt because I don't know if it's true. I keep hearing about it, but nobody's said that this was proven. That there was underage pornography on that flash drive.
Oh, if there is, oh my.
Hold on, wait a minute. So all of our personal information is on the same drive as child pornography.
Yep.
This is the same.
Whoa, wait. Underage pornography.
Can I say this? How stupid can this guy be?
So this is Gearbox, right? Because everybody was saying this was Epic.
No, yeah, Gearbox.
So hold on, did Epic actually happen, or were we all talking about Gearbox not knowing it wasn't Epic?
No, there were other, and it might not have been financial with the Gearbox one. It might have just been personal info, email addresses and names and shit. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So technically, what happened was with that flash
drive. But it was
drive,
a data leak.
So with that flash drive, it leaked out PayPal information.
I don't know. That's the thing.
Well, from what I read, it was PayPal information, credit card info, history of people buying shit, times and stats dedicated to how many hours you've been on Epic Game Store and how much you bought and your address.
Why the fuck would Gearbox have my Epic Store account?
Beyond fucking me. How stupid
Well,
can you be?
because they were selling their game on there.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, like.
So like anybody that pre-ordered it, obviously it
Oh.
takes down all their info from the Epic Game Store.
And also too.
So if this is true, Epic Game Launcher is cleared.
No. Remember, because there were other information leaks that happened way before this USB drive thing with
Right. Which
there were
I
like
agree.
2 of them. So,
I agree.
So
but
Epic Game Store is not off the hook for the other ones, but for this one.
For this one, everybody focused on this one, not the other priors.
But I still hold them responsible. I still kind of hold them responsible too in a lot of ways too. It falls on both sides. One, how did you not know this was happening? Epic Games, how do you not know this is not happening to your shit?
That is a good question.
How do you allow somebody walk in with a flash drive, leave it at a bar with underage porn and stuff? People at Epic Games are got to be like going, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, somebody dropped the ball.
But my thing is this, right? This just hard to wrap my mind around, right? Because when you pay for shit from PayPal, all of the person that the person that sells selling the shit, all you get back is a tracking number for shipment and the last 4 digits of the card used to verify the purchase. That's it. That's you're donezo. So
I've been a seller. I've been a seller on PayPal, right? So when you sell something to somebody, you get their personal info sent to you. Personal info,
but you don't get an entire fucking documented, unencrypted credit card.
Well, no.
I've sold shit too on PayPal.
Okay.
So I'm that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, why did Epic never encrypt the first digits of the credit card with the X's and then leave the 4 like everybody else? Amazon does this, eBay does this. Even the shitty site CD Keys does this.
Even CC Bill does it too.
Yeah, so like I'm trying to.
Did it have the actual info, or did it just have like the PayPal login?
Well, if you were to go by all the haters on the Epic, right? Rightfully so, they have a right to hate. I'm just saying, if you were to go listen to them, it was the entire credit card information. And him.
See, that's I thought, and now it's confirmed that had never been confirmed.
So
yeah.
So here's the thing. If he received a bonus, I wonder, and this is gonna maybe Blue's gonna start putting on his hat after I say this. Did Epic sell us down the fucking river?
Sell you down the river, you cut out. Sell down the river?
Did Epic cut us down the fucking river to Gearbox?
Probably.
Is that why he got a lot of money?
Probably.
I don't find that as a coincidence.
Who knows? The shadow knows.
Well, I think
What was that from? What movie was that from?
Shadow Man.
No. No, it was something else.
I'll say this. Gangs from New York, maybe?
No, I know what it is. The Recruit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Scent of a Woman. What the fuck is that dude's name?
I'm gonna go grab my last beer out of the fridge at the top of my top story, so I'll be right back.
So I'll say this real quick, right? I'll say this, right? And okay. All right, I need to fix that. Oh God. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I'll say this about Epic Games, right? And I'll say this: both sides are at fault. You know what I mean? Both sides. It doesn't go both ways. Like, how do you not know this shit was happening? How do you not know? And if they didn't know, how stupid are you?
Well, yeah, it's like the Facebook and Twitter and all them going in front of Congress and saying, well, we don't know how this is happening and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, either you do know and you're trying to hide it, or you really don't know and you're an idiot.
Right. Now this brings up the question, is our government going to, if this is really true, is our government going to convene in this shit? They have to at this point. The EU has to at this point. because that's literally what happened with Facebook. Facebook was giving out privacy information to a lot of these companies. So now, to me, it seems like Epic Games is going to... I know they're owned by a Chinese company. I get it. But they're going to have to go face up to... They're going to have to face the music eventually up in Congress and shit like that. They're going to have to. And there's going to be some sanctions because you just don't give away... You just don't put out people's information like that or leak. And now, think about it. Think about it in this way. Others are going to get this form of... If it was left and somebody grabbed it, now think about how they could sell our info to the highest bidder. Think about it in that aspect. That's the scary part of that.
Yeah.
Like what country is going to grab that shit, you know? Then that just brings up a whole can of worms. That's the scary part.
Not wrong.
You know, Epic Games is like, you know, don't get me wrong. I will say this. If I buy my Borderlands, it's going to be on Xbox. It will not be through an Epic Games store at all.
I already said I'm waiting for it to be on Steam. I can't support Epic right now.
I can't give them my money when they're like dropping the ball with putting our information, you know, being careless. That's what it is. It's careless. And how much revision they could do. I don't even have it installed on my computer. I just did the carelessness that they're showing.
Yep. I had it for a hot minute because of Unreal Tournament.
Oh, okay. You weren't
grabbing. I tried that out.
A lot of people are like, well, I just don't care. But I kind of care because that enables hackers to on the interwebs and the deep dark web to go take my shit. That's just it puts it out there. Because you know whoever took that flash drive is literally putting that information somewhere. They're just.
Well, luckily it got found out about real quick, so it's not like it's hard for PayPal and all those other places to you know, scramble things again.
Right.
So it's, you know, usually these even the big data, you know, because it's happened to Sony and Microsoft and, you know, a whole bunch of other companies.
But the thing with
usually
Sony,
not too many people get like truly affected by it.
The thing with Sony was they were careless. They were careless. They didn't listen to the hackers that were telling them, "Hey man, fix your shit." They had to go crawl over to Microsoft to have them fix their shit, which was sad. You know, you don't have an infrastructure, a good firewall system to fucking fix your shit. Come on. And you caused people to be down for 6 months and then offered them sprinkles of breadcrumbs for refunds because, you know, they lost out on years of fucking PSN.
Oh, hey, you know your camera is not the one up on the stream right now?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
All right.
There we go. Now we can...
Is he back, bitches? Back for the first time?
There we go.
I'm back.
Luda.
With my last beer of the 12-packer that I bought yesterday.
Goat piss? Yeah,
that's
have fun.
Terrible, dude.
Have fun drinking your goat piss.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, I should have stopped by the gas station.
Should have bought 2 12-packs. What the fuck?
But
2 is always better than 1.
I just think it's a bunch of shit, man. This day and age, these companies are just fucking careless. It's
yeah.
shitty.
Bro, like, do we remember the Microsoft investigation just for leaking phone numbers?
Right.
Where did we be?
Well, if you really want to go there, Microsoft right now was recently listening into conversations on Xbox Party. Recently.
They've been that way though. No, they've been doing that since the fucking 360 days, dude. That towards the end of the 360, all the way to now.
And if you have a Kinect, they were listening to you. That came out recently, and people are making a big ordeal. Oh, it's like Epic Games. Oh my God, Microsoft fucked their services, and
so you better. If you have a Samsung 4K television, smart TV, even the 1080p first generation ones, you better trade that bitch in because that shit's been doing that since the dawn of those TVs.
Yep, same thing with Alexa. Same thing with all the phones too. iPhone, Android, those do it too.
Yep.
Although I think on Android you can turn that off.
Right, but it's still well, yes and no. So like, you could turn it off only to your voice, but the thing is
no, you can make it stop listening for voice commands altogether.
Really?
Yeah,
because like I can. I mean, we were talking about anime, bro, and YouTube's algorithm all of a sudden.
Yeah, but you're streaming, bro. You're on. Like this thing is like 10 different things at once, man.
True.
You don't know where that came from.
I'm hoping that's what the case is.
Any other articles for this week?
I'm looking around.
Oh, wait, no, we already talked about that, didn't we? Did we talk about the 100 Thieves and Nade Shot saying fuck you to Activision, 40 million,
No.
25 million?
No, we didn't talk about
Okay.
that.
Okay, so I talked to you guys about this prior. Nade Shot came out with a video today, and it was kind of hard to watch because like a lot of us, we kind of watched that guy sort of grow up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He kind of went from a McDonald's worker to doing this, and dude, like, I kind of felt for him, dude, because if it wasn't for him and FaZe, like, Call of Duty wouldn't be the esport that it is today, right? Period. No arguing there, right? Activision decided, or the rumor, as he put it, the rumor, 25 million to 40 million franchisee licensing
Jesus.
for esport teams. And that kind of bothers me because that's like biting the hand that fed you, right? Like, if it wasn't for them, Call of Duty wouldn't be the fucking phenomenal bankroll that Activision has. And the dude like was hurt by it. Like, you could watch, if you watched this video, dude, like you could tell he was bothered. Like, you could tell. And I have to agree with him, man. Like, that is some bullshit, dude. Like, 25. Who the fuck makes 25 million just to say fuck you to it and just give it to Activision as a franchisee?
Right.
Right.
Like, some of the best paid, being Nade Shot and FaZe Clan, don't even make that kind of fucking money, dude. Each individual person makes their own personal money from live streaming and whatnot, but that's their cash. Why the fuck do they need to put together their money to be a franchisee when they've been making Activision literally billions of dollars, not millions?
Well, it's another
billions.
dumb bonehead thing that Activision's doing. Think about it. They keep fucking with Blizzard. They keep fucking with the esport. I don't think there's gonna be nothing left of Activision at the end of the fucking year. That's the sad part of that.
I'm telling you, dude. Like, I am telling you right now, like, if Activision keeps this bullshit up, dude, they are going to fucking lose. They stand to lose billions as it is doing this. Like, there's going to be people that side with these E-teams to say fuck you and stop buying Call of Duty.
Right.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
$25 million, bro. Imagine that. Maybe you and I and Pete want to all of a sudden one day fucking drink the Call of Duty Kool-Aid and make a fucking team and become successful one day, right? We would have to pay them $25 million.
And how are you gonna get that money though? That's the thing. How are you gonna front that shit?
Exactly. Nade Shot, as it is, with his vlogging channel, barely has 500,000 fucking subs. So not even if they were to all donate $1, would that be even come close to what he needs?
Right.
That's bullshit, dude. Like, what happened to these companies respecting the esport and paying these people?
Well, because their hands have been in the cookie jar too long, and they're making so much money off of it, so they think they can make more money.
The fucking E-Center, dude, the Anaheim Convention Center that they use for either E-Center tournaments, like, they turn billions.
Look at the Olympics
in one day.
Look at the Summer Games, the Olympics next year. They're putting in esports, right? They're dumping so much money to Activision and all these companies.
Why?
Right.
You should not have to pay a company to create a fucking competitive team. Like, if you are a competitive team and you're good at what you do not owe them anything whatsoever. You paid your $60 or $100 for fucking collector's edition. That's it. That's as far as the fucking line goes. You're going to tell me now it's going to be okay for them to charge us if we want to do a private fucking tournament amongst our friends?
Yeah, that's basically what they're doing.
Tried.
Fucking idiots, dude.
I mean, that's what happened with StarCraft 2.
It's the bonehead decisions that Activision's making. It's
dude, I 100 like I can't stand this person. I 110% blame him. Bobby Kotick could go eat dicks, dude. Like, fuck that guy.
A whole bag of them. sticking out like
Exactly.
baguettes.
Wasn't Bobby Kotick the same person? Isn't Bobby Kotick the same person that thought it was a good idea for games to go to like $300, $200?
Yes, dude. Him and the CEO of EA are both on the same page with it when it comes to that.
Oh
shit.
wait, they were both saying it's cosmetic. What was their magic word to make loot boxes to be acceptable? Like it was okay.
Oh yeah, what was
They
it?
had their
Surprise, not
attorney.
surprise mechanics, right? That was EA.
They had their attorney saying it all day long like stupidity, and they got laughed out of court because of it.
That's
The
what I'm
same,
saying,
the
dude.
same two people.
Dude, Bobby Kotick is also the same dumb motherfucker that said in a live interview that he wanted to make game development not fun on purpose. He was trying to capitalize on people's talents, pay them as little as possible, while he was up here raking in the fucking millions. I can't stand that motherfucker, dude.
Same with who was the Take-Two Interactive guy I can't stand. That guy's like not a gamer, but he wants to treat everybody like a bankroll in a casino.
Yes. Yep.
And
Yep.
and you know what? I'm getting real tired. We need some new blood in the we need some new blood.
Yeah, we
We need another Chucklefish to come out of nowhere and make millions off their one
Well, what
game.
needs to happen
And
is
CD Project Reds, man.
what needs to happen is
CD Project Red is one of them. Yep.
the government needs to go in, right? And start making these guys pay for what, the shit they're doing to the consumer. It's anti-consumer.
Dude, like you know what's crazy is like Activision went under an investigation. What was it, 5 years ago or something like that? I think we covered it. Not 5 years ago. No, it's been about 5 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
No, yeah, 5 years ago.
It's been about, and
we
it
had
came
talked
out recently too that they were under investigation again for some stupid shit.
Right. For what the fuck was it?
I think we talked about it.
It was
like 3
price
weeks
inflation. It was like price inflations or something.
We talked about it 3 weeks ago in Game Talks 3 weeks ago, where it was Transcend and Tencent and them trying to price hike some of their games, or were going to, and the government went in and said, no, you're not doing that shit.
See, and that's the thing, that is why I will never believe that it's okay to charge $100 for a game when these motherfuckers like Bobby Kotick and the CEO of EA, no amount of money is enough for them. It's never enough for these guys. They have to be making above $1 billion.
Well, they think we're
every
mules.
fucking release.
That's what they think.
And we're not.
Mules.
We're not. Well, you know what's funny is I had a few friends in the mobile market, right? And they practiced a lot of what these people did, and that's why they were successful at it. They didn't look at their consumers as consumers. They looked at them as whales. So this guy would develop a game on Android, right? Launch it. It'd be the dumbest fucking game on the planet, dude. It'd be like some stupid like dress your avatar or put makeup on them or whatever, right?
Right.
He would launch it and he would make fucking hands over fist money on this thing.
Right.
I mean, broken as fuck. And I asked him, I'm like, don't you think your bad reviews, you should like fix your fucking game so that way you could actually, make more money? He's all, no, I'll just make another game. It took me less than 20 minutes to make that game. I'm like, what? Like I stopped talking to him because of it, dude. Like, I'm like, dude, like I can't support you, dude. Like I can't, in my mind, look at you because I've known him forever, and then he just turned into this really toxic person, dude. Like he's gonna go off and rip people off, dude, and he didn't care. I'm like, that's exactly what these CEOs do, dude. They look at us as whales.
Or
They're
mules.
like, hey,
mules.
You got money? Keep throwing it at me, bro.
That's why you vote with your wallet.
Yep.
That's when you start voting with your wallet. But it's hard because I like Call of Duty and I can't say fuck you, Activision. It's really hard because I enjoy their games.
But here's the thing, though. It's not Activision that's developing these games. It's it's Infinity Ward. It's the guys that do Black Ops. It's the guys that do like Sledgehammer Games. You are supporting those guys essentially. The fucking problem is if you stop buying those games.
Guys, I'm sorry in the stream for the flickering every once in a while. I noticed that.
Those people will lose their fucking jobs and they will be out on their asses. So it's like, do you stop supporting Activision, or do you essentially have a possibility of fucking over a good developing team?
Yeah.
Right? No. That's why I think Activision should be fucking dismantled and investigated individually. not
Right.
going in there. So, like, what happened with this last investigation was the investigators let them know when they were fucking coming. Like, seriously, you fucking retards. You don't go in there as a secret shopper and say, by the way, hey guys, I'm here. I'm a secret shopper. No, you go in and you just view things. You see things how they happen naturally. And then you make your judgments. You do your reports based on that. No, these fucking, hey guys, yeah, Bobby, I'm coming in probably next week at like 2.
Right.
The fuck's the point of the investigation if they know ahead of time?
Right. So
Rant over.
one more article for the night. The Bulldozer finally got the lawsuit. AMD finally that's over. 12.5 million was issued.
Okay. So what was with the Bulldozer? I heard you guys talking about it earlier.
The lawsuit was for false advertising.
They said that the cores, that was not an true 8-core processor. That's what it is. A lot of people were pissing in their Cheerios when they found out in 2017 that their fucking processor wasn't a true 8-core. And people decided, well, if that's the case, we were lied to. Let's start a class action lawsuit in California.
Wasn't like each core, like, but if I remember correctly,
here's how it goes, right? There's several parts to a core. There's the actual instruction part, which is the big part. But there's a couple of little parts. There's a couple caches. There's a couple of like it's a lot to explain. I'd have to deep dive.
It's complicated.
I'd have to deep dive into CPU architecture,
Science
and I don't want
Studio,
to
if
do
you
it.
wanna
But
go
basically,
watch,
what it is, there's a video on Gamers Nexus about it too.
Science
basically,
Studio
what it is,
and Gamer Nexus put it in perspective.
so there are 8 physical instruction cores, but each pair of those cores shares a few of the smaller parts, right? So like the part that actually feeds the instruction sets to the main CPU or to the main, core, 2 cores would share one of those. And it's like, okay, yeah, technically, if you want to consider a core as something that can completely on its own pull data, run the instruction set, and then return the data. Yes, it's not 8 cores. It's 4 double cores or whatever you want. But I mean, it's like,
so
God,
it's pretty much 2 cores per lane instead of 1 core,
right?
1 lane a piece.
Right.
Okay.
You have 2 you have 2 big CPU cores running in parallel off the same. Like I said, one of the pieces is like it's the thing that feeds it instructions.
And if that's the case,
then
Intel should be sued for the same shit.
So their IPC was running not on a true 8-core, but it was running like a quad core.
Right. But there were actually 8 physical cores as far as the main piece goes. So it's like, it's just like
wasn't there an article done on this before it was launched?
Oh,
yes,
sure, I'm sure there was.
Yes, there was.
Yeah, going into their whole architecture and everything.
Yeah,
and it's funny.
Were out there and everything.
It's funny about all this lawsuit though. These people didn't make a lot of money like they were planning. They were planning.
No,
to
it's
go
$35 a CPU.
And they got $10 per each settlement in a check.
And
that's
it's
how
like,
stupid it was.
Well, and here's the other, okay, so NVIDIA, they call it a CUDA core. Okay, that's not a core.
No, it's not.
At all. Like,
it's an architecture. It's not a core itself. It's how it handles,
it's
right?
missing like all the pieces. That's the thing. Like, you want to say the AMD thing is a lie because it shares a couple pieces. Okay, but a CUDA core doesn't have any of the pieces. Like, there's no instruction. The CUDA cores are set up like, instead of 2 CPU cores feeding into the same pieces like the AMD thing, dude, it's like 100 or something like that, or 1,000. I can't remember how it goes, but like, it's set up for lots of real small instructions. So you have a shitload of these little tiny cores, if you want to call them that, and they all feed into the same higher level CPU shit. And so it's like, dude, if you're gonna say that AMD shit is a lie, well, then NVIDIA shouldn't be able to call those CUDA cores because they're not even close to cores. It's not even near what AMD's are.
Okay, so where's Intel's lawsuit at?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't care. Like,
if these people are going for the jugular, go after all these companies.
Right, dude. That's my point. Like, Intel did this shit with Celeron with their duos, and they did this shit with their ESAC that they had. back when server chips
They did it on phones with the cores. They did the same
did
shit.
it on phones. Yes, like that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, how many quad cores were released during their E-Stack launch that were truly only duos? And they even had one that was ridiculous. It was like a fucking they advertised as a 4-core server chip, and it was really only 1 core.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I just think people were reaching with this whole AMD lawsuit. People were like, "Oh, I didn't get my investment, so here I'm gonna sue you." It's ridiculous.
What investment? Like, what'd you fucking buy that shit for
if you
if
knew
it
what
wasn't
was
for
happening?
just gaming, if you knew what was going on? Like, they explained the bull. I remember when Bulldozer first. Dude, we covered that in Night Owl Gaming Podcast.
Right. We read the articles.
We fucking read the article about how we thought at the time it was kind of a ripoff, because we're like, but this isn't real. I'm like, all right, whatever. People are gonna buy it, whatever. You
That
know
was
what
at
I
the
mean?
moment
Not a
when we
big
were
deal.
Intel guys and we were like
Yeah.
covering the AMD shit show that was happening.
Fucking dude, these people are morons, dude. I swear to Christ. Like,
Well,
I
and I'll
can't
bet
even
you
be
the
mad
only
at
reason
AMD.
they've gone after AMD and not everybody else is because they know AMD's legal
Hi,
team
baby.
is a lot smaller, and they have a lot less money to throw at a big lawsuit.
Well, good thing their GPUs are starting to take the market by fucking storm.
Yeah, they finally took
Yeah,
the market
they've-
share.
Yeah, they have outsold Nvidia for the first time in 5 years.
Well, I'll tell you why
God,
that.
dude.
I'll tell you why that is. Because people are not into ray tracing. I'll tell you that right now. They just
Ray
want
tracing was Nvidia's biggest fucking mistake.
Well, no. Ray tracing itself wasn't the mistake. The mistake was marketing everything about these cards on ray tracing. Like, they couldn't just throw it in and
Yeah,
say,
I'm
"Oh
saying-
yeah, by the way, here's an extra feature, ray tracing. So if games want to use it, you'll
What?
have access to it."
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna turn my camera off real fast.
Yep.
Well, anyway, we're at the end of the show. So, is there anything else we want to cover tonight?
Yes. One more quick thing. I just pulled
All
this
right.
up. The Duke Nukem edition of Bulletstorm is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
I
That's
heard
kinda
about
cool.
that. I heard
Right?
about that. Yeah, that
Dude,
is
that is
awesome.
such a great game. It is so underrated.
And you
like-
know what? Nintendo with their little magic that they'll do, it'll if they're using the right porter company, like our not Doodle, but the other one that did the Final Fantasy stuff. If they do it right, it'll run flawless.
Oh, it'll run beautifully, man.
It
That
could
thing was
it could be really good.
yeah, because that was not a hard game to run.
No, actually, now that I think about it, Bulletstorm came out on the
360.
360 and the didn't it come out on the Wii?
No, never did.
No.
It came
Did it
out on PS3,
okay.
PC, and Xbox 360, and on
Oh,
live.
okay.
On live back in the day when streaming services weren't a thing.
So-
Well, they were trying to be a thing. I remember that.
Yeah. And On Live got bought up by EA because EA needed a streaming service, which they're coming out with their own soon. So there you go. The fucking.
Well, I mean, that's cool. I mean, Bulletstorm was a fun game though. The
Yeah.
humor in it was fucking
Dude, it
up
was
top
oh
notch.
amazing, dude. It was fucking hilarious. That dude,
And you know
the,
what?
the
Cliffy
main
B's
guy is my
wife?
spirit animal.
Cliffy B's wife can make a better game than Cliffy B.
Mhm.
That's the sad part of that.
Yeah, Grayson, something
Yeah.
Grayson.
Yeah, she was the creator of that game, right?
Yep, that was her baby. Yep, that was everything.
That
When your
dude was my
wife's game has
fucking-
more balls than you do.
But you know what's funny is she wanted to make a second one, and Cliffy B's like, "No, we're gonna work on Radical Heights and
Oh, Bulletstorm 2. Oh my god.
Didn't Bulletstorm like outsell almost all of his shit
yeah,
besides
think so.
Gears?
And it didn't
Like-
even do that well, which was a shame because they fucked up the marketing.
Well,
for it.
Radical Heights was a great game. It's just fortunately
Yes, it is.
Cliffy B
Yeah.
became a egotistical motherfucker. Wh-
Yeah.
he
yeah.
became-
Yeah, and what a strong female character,
Mm-hmm.
right? For all you fucking feminazis out there who say there are no strong female characters, dude, there is a bitch who takes no shit, fucking kicks ass with the dude all the way through, gives him fucking shit whenever he tries to talk shit. Like, there you go. Go
Well,
go
you
play
want
that
a you
game.
want a you want a game that has a bet like that. Go play Rage 2. Rage 2's like that. With
Yeah,
a badass
yeah.
women character like that. Yeah, that does take no
buddy.
bullshit.
Nice know.
All right, is there anything else that we want to talk about?
I think that's about it.
I think that's about it. I could tell Rev is like Fuck, another article, Pete? Jesus.
No,
I could keep going. I mean,
Oh, Lord.
Reddit never stops giving, sir.
Hey, we'll go until 7 o'clock in the morning, guys.
I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. Let's do it.
I'm off today.
Oh, man. I want to play some games. I want to play the games.
Right? I don't even doing this shit no more.
Anyway, guys, Brimstone, is there any new information we want to give out to the Game Talks podcast at all?
Nothing that I could think of.
We're still working on the vape game.
Yep. I gotta start working. I'm actually thinking about working on that this week.
The audio is coming for the show. I've been lazy, so it's coming. You guys have been asking for it. We'll be delivering the whole audio thing. I'll be working on that. What is it? I think AM something rather that does it on everything.
Yeah.
We'll be putting it up on everything. Eventually. We'll put like the weeks of episodes. We'll do like 7 episodes, and you guys can have that, so you guys can listen to it. I know you guys have been asking for it. We're gonna deliver that. Yeah, let us know down in the comment section if you guys want anything else. You know where you want it. Maybe you want it. We could put like 7 episodes, maybe like on BitChute or something, for you guys under like the Game Talks name or something after the fact. Re-upload it over there.
I wonder if I could connect this to one of my accounts on BitChute.
You're supposed to be able to, because we already created an account for it. I could have swore there was a way for.
Didn't you make the account?
Yeah, and I could have swore there was a way. I just haven't done it yet, where you could auto archive, where it automatically pulls from your YouTube channel and just.
Yeah, because my vlog channel does that. Yeah, my vlog does.
And also, guys, if you
I'll
want
set
this,
I'll finish setting that up to where it automatically pulls all these from YouTube.
Also, let us know down below in the comment section if you guys want us to stream it to other places as well. We can do that too. You know, restream.
Yo, I've seriously considered doing a
Mixer channel dedicated to
either Mixer or DLive, one of the two, because their quality is just fucking good, dude. It's really good.
Right. Anyway, guys, thank you for stopping in. Guys, Brimstone, where can you be found at?
Pretty much over at Rice's mom's house.
Well, you can find him on Mixer at Rice.
I live stream our events every night. Just
that
so
should have been the name of that should have been the name of this Discord server, bro. Rice Mom's house. It would have been perfect.
Anyway, you can find me. You can find me on Mixer. You can find me on DLive as well. Gangster yourself.
You can find us.
Just the Discord for now. We'll see.
Yeah,
we're trying to convince this man. We're trying to convince him.
You can find us on
Be
DLive.
one of us. Be one of us.
Brimstone for everything. RevTech for everything.
Yep.
DLive's been blowing the fuck up lately because they've been fixing their shit. Mixer's been blowing the fuck up because they've been fixing their shit. Right now, just like I said,
and Facebook is also good too.
My Twitch channel has gone back to the ashes of no return.
Anyway, guys, check out all the communities that we're a part of: the Stream and Chill, the Game Talk server, and the RTE server as well. Everybody is welcomed in all 3. If you guys comment down below, we'll give you a link to it and whatnot. You guys are welcome to come join all of them. We are working on each and every one of them to bring you guys the community where you guys can play games, chill, stream, all that good stuff. So anyway, guys, it's been a fun episode. Thank you guys for stopping in, all the comments and all the likes. Appreciate it. We will see you next week. We're out. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.